Hey everybody, welcome to 20 Sides to Every Story. Um, this is kind of a first. We haven't done something like this quite yet, but this is our first Patreon exclusive game. This is something I wanted to get going to give our Patreon supporters some different contents, and the idea is maybe to play some stuff that isn't the typical D&D that we most often play, but play some other tabletop games and try out some things out of our comfort zone. So tonight we are playing Mutant Crawl Classics, and we're going to jump right in with yet another funnel. So we've got 4 players here tonight that are each in control of 4 level 0 characters. So we've got a cast of 16 characters that are going to start out this adventure here. And what we are playing is we are playing there's a level 0 funnel that comes... pay the toll, just subscribed. Wow. How long is that? 14 months in a row. Thank you, brother.
So many.
It is so many. I appreciate that. And for subscribing, you can get in games with us each month. Just with a simple Twitch subscription, you get to play. That qualifies you to play in one of our games each month. We play Into the Borderlands with our subscribers, and we schedule those throughout the month. So, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, I'll get you into our Discord server so you can sign up for games. Otherwise, your other way of supporting the channel is to do so with Patreon. We have a panel right below the video feed that says Patreon, and you can click that and see the different levels of support that you can give us. And some of those allow you to play in those subscriber games as well as games like this, the Mutant Crawl Classics. So we appreciate the support. Thanks everybody for doing those things. So what we are playing here is the level 0 funnel right from the Mutant Crawl Classics book. It is called Assault on the Sky High Tower. And throughout you can see each of them has a little disclaimer underneath their panels. It says 4 remaining, so that shows you how many characters that they have left. I know that our EXP store isn't really set up necessarily for this system, but if you want to help out someone that you see that is entertaining you, feel free to do so and purchase one of those items like a crit hit or maybe you just want to give them a hard time, give them a crit fail, because we've got random tables to roll on in this game to see what the outcomes of those things are. All right. So let's see. I'm trying to think what things I need to tell you about this system. So the world of Mutant Crawl Classics is very much post-apocalyptic world kind of thing. We don't really know exactly what disaster happened in the past that brought us to the point that we are at, but there's all sorts of technology and things like that laying around. People have evolved beyond just being human and have become mutants. They've become animal people hybrids and even plant people hybrids. So we've got some strange things happening evolutionarily with our characters, and there's all sorts of technology out there that the primitive people that live in the world of Mutant Crawl Classics don't quite understand, and they almost treat it like magic because it's so strange and awe-inspiring to them. This is a kind of world that in some instances when I played this, it kind of felt like Mad Max. Other times it kind of feels more like a Fallout kind of world. So depending on the adventure you play, it might have a different kind of feel to it. But we've got a introduction here. So you all that are playing with the level 0 characters, you and your friends have known each other for most of your young lives. You are from a tribe known as the Clan of Cog, which is kind of shorthand for the Clan of Cognition. and your family or the tribe shamans have kind of tasked at times young folk like yourselves with kind of a rite of passage. You're all about 18 years old now. It is your time to go out into the world, and really what you're supposed to do to come into adulthood is to go out and find a piece of tech. Something that goes beyond the simple tools that you've used in your hunter-gatherer lifestyles in the village, um, and something that would be useful to the survival of your clan. Um, so you've all been brought before the ruling council of elders that are all representative of the different genotypes. So there is a pure strain human on this council, there is a manimal, there is a mutant, and there is a plantient individual. And the role of chieftain is rotated out each year. A new chieftain takes the mantle. And currently the chieftain is a huge, burly, pure strain human named Mangar. So your world is a Stone Age hothouse jungle, with dangers lurking behind every bush. The daytime sky is a turquoise blue-green and is dominated both day and night by the Great Sky Arc, a dazzling band of white ribbons that curves from horizon to horizon, and which the Wise One's note rocks gently back and forth with the seasons. According to them, the Great Sky Arc marks today as the equinox. This means that it is time for the annual rite of passage in which younglings of the tribe who wish to become adults must venture into the wilderness for 7 sunrises to survive on their own, and in which they must bring back 1 artifact of the ancients. Only then will you be granted the rights and privileges of your adult lives. Your families have given you what they can spare to help you survive. Some a hemp rope, maybe a flint dagger, water skins, and jerked meats to help you survive in your time out in the wilderness. But it will be up to you to return alive and bearing the treasure for your tribe so that you will be accepted back. Hey, Shady Bonsai, thank you for the cheer. Huzzah! We have, let's take a moment here to have each of you introduce. You don't have to give elaborate backstories or anything, but tell us about what types of characters you have in your mix. And let's start with Winston.
Yeah, sure. So I've got 4 unlucky adventurers, probably. I've got Grodd. Grodd is a gorilla manimal. I've got Falcor. Falcor is a purple clawed mutant of some kind, I think. Clyde is a orangutan animal, best friends with Grodd. And then Strahd, I realize rhymes with Grodd, but we'll roll with it. Strahd is another mutant with fangs. And those are my 4. As much backstory as I have on them.
Yes. Okay, let's go next to Ron.
Well, mine's pretty simple. I have 4 pure strain humans. There are 2 hunters, one of which is Kev. Then the next one is Corey, who's definitely not going to live, and he's a gatherer. And then Dave, he is also a gatherer. And then there is William, who is also a hunter. So, if I had to choose, I'm going to say they're all going to die, because they are not very strong.
Setting your expectations very low. That is probably good as you're going into a funnel. Robin, what 4 characters do you have in play?
All right. Well, I have Goldie. She's a mutant with metallic skin and a telepath rat. So that's kind of interesting. She's a hunter. And I also have Hoots, who's a manimal owl. So she's a hunter as well. And I have Bella, who's a hunter, and she's a pure strain human, just kind of your average girl. And then Griselda, who's a gatherer, but is a manimal brown bear. So she's kind of a berry and nut bear rather than a carnivore bear, I guess.
Awesome. And then we have Chris has dropped off, but let's see, what has he got? He's named all of his characters after professional wrestlers. He's got Triple H, who is a Plantient Buckeye. X-Pac is a pure strain human. Billy Gunn is a pure strain human. And Road Dog is a manimal, a squirrel manimal. So, quite the cast of characters we got going into our game here. Is having a long hair a requirement to be a good DM? It's not a requirement, Shady, but it sure does help. Okay, so you all set out, unless you got any business that you want to do in your village before you get going.
Oh no, I think we're ready.
I think you're ready too.
My body is ready, as so is my soul.
Well, good.
Let me see if I have any gold first. Oh, I
You
do.
might have some seashells or some shiny things.
I have some seashells. Are they worth anything?
Only if you take them down to the seashore.
I do have one question.
You sell seashells there?
Yeah.
They buy seashells at the seashore.
It's a twist.
What's an antlerhood?
I might have spelled it. It should be an antler hood. Some kind of like
Okay.
a.
Okay, it's okay. It's okay. I was like,
Does it grant anything other than aesthetics?
It makes you look cool and yeah.
Okay.
We're on. Let's keep going.
All right. So, the first 3 days of your trek through the jungle pass uneventfully and fruitlessly for purposes of your quest of finding some tech. As you encamp on the third night, a terrific glow storm rises. A great wind blows so strongly that you must lash yourselves to thick trees as the sky above you begins to scream in twisted torrents of prismatic colors, accompanied by countless shooting stars.
Oh, no.
As you break camp the next morning and resume your quest, you quickly come upon a fallen star impact, one that has uprooted and blown to the side one of the many mile-high tropical trees in your jungle. The relatively shallow impact crater is only 10 feet wide, but you immediately note that it has opened up a deeper underlying cavern, leaving a jagged 4-foot hole that leads downward into unknowable darkness and depth. Being unable to see past the first few twists in the shaft, you pause to listen. And you hear kind of a low humming sound. It doesn't take you long to realize your luck, as this sound is an unnatural one, indicating the magics of the Ancient Ones.
alright, I guess Falcor is going to step up. I imagine Falcor with this spear is kind of asserted dominance on the rest of the tribespeople. And just says, like, we need to go into the hole and see if there's tech. Follow me, brethren, and just start running in.
Oh.
Corey will draw his bow and follow him in. And I'm sure the rest of my party will follow suit with weapons in hand.
So,
Same here.
Is it getting cramped in there yet?
it is going to be a bit cramped. This is a pretty tight little hole. One by one, this is like a limestone kind of cavern, and you're going to have to kind of get down on your hands and knees a little bit to get through here. And at some point, your party, whoever, it sounds like Winston, your character that took the helm there, is the first one through. And at some point, he's going to recognize that this tunnel eventually drops down, kind of straight down, Fortunately, there are like tree roots and things like that if you're careful, one by one, you'd be able to kind of climb down this passageway.
All right, Falcor is gonna start climbing.
All right, make me an agility ability check.
Oh no. Oh wait, that's something Falcor's good at.
Yeah.
13.
Okay, you and your 4 navigate down with no trouble. Ron, do the same. Pick one of your characters to attempt this agility check.
I'm looking. I'm pretty sure they're all bad at it. So, I said Corey was going to go first, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be him, just in case someone
The
has to take the
sacrificial
fall.
lamb.
Because I definitely said he was following suit. I have to get down to just one character sheet open again. Sorry.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Okay,
Ooh.
no problem.
Nice.
Corey is a very skilled climber, and he correctly finds his footing, and he directs the next 3 down. Moondog, please select one of your characters to attempt the agility check.
If you don't have that skill, what do you roll?
Everybody has agility.
It's a
Stat.
it's a stat.
I understand. So let me find it on here.
It's basically Dex, I think.
Oh, I found it. Okay, so he's not good at it.
And Robin, you can select one of your characters to do the same.
All right, I think Goldie will lead the way.
Uh-oh.
Okay,
Goldie.
She rolled
everybody,
10.
you got a 10, which is way above the DC. So you all navigate down the tunnel with no trouble. Maybe it takes some of you a little bit longer, but this is your first time out, after all. So you climb down, and the shaft opens up into a huge natural cavern that must have once been home to the Ancient Ones. The natural beauty of the limestone is perfectly matched with the artificial shapes and the wondrous unknown materials mated to its floors and walls. Bands of gently curved and humming arches brightly light this cave, though some flicker and hum loudly. The floor is perfectly flat, and its smooth, glistening white surface is marred only by the occasional stalagmite around which it seems to have been constructed. Strange, colorful, holy symbols of the ancients appear everywhere and on every surface. There is a huge, large, arched doorway at the northern end that has been filled and blocked by a prior cave-in, and the smooth floor dips into a shallow, semicircular trench, which forms a smooth pathway between 2 matching circular exits to the east and to the west. You see a strange metal rock with lights at the southern end of the cave.
Okay. So are you suggesting the rock is the source of the lights, or there's just lights next to the rock?
There are lights next to the rock.
All right. Grod's gonna say, "Oh, that looks like tech to me. Come on, Clyde." And Clyde's like, "Okay, I guess," and they go running off to grab the tech. So they're gonna go running off, trying to get to the lights.
Okay. There is...
I'm funneling these characters through Alex.
So you're moving to...
'Cause you said the lights were like across like a chasm or something, like a there's like a little path.
Yeah. So you head over to that way, and as you approach, this metal rock it kind of comes to life, and it starts to light up itself with a wash of twinkling, multicolored lights, and you hear it speak, using words of your language, but you don't understand most of its words or the meanings. Within 30 seconds, you hear the metal rock chime pleasantly, and a much louder series of chimes rings throughout the cavern. You feel a slight vibration on the floor that gradually increases, and then a gentle wind rushes out from the southern tunnel exit. And with that, a strange, transparent bubble flies into the cavern at maddening speed before it stops suddenly right in front of you, where you ran up. And floating a few inches above the metal track in the tunnel, a 40-foot-long bubble is oblong in shape, and you can see clearly through its outer shell that it contains many padded chairs, 20 in all. And it is attached to this metallic floor. Next to it is a rectangular seam in the transparent surface facing you. And there's a metal panel embedded in the transparent surface of the bubble with an amber light and a slot.
And 20 seats, you say? How convenient.
Well, the Grodd just looks around and like, come on! What are we? Are we mice or are we manimals? Come on, let's get in this thing.
So we can't come back without artifacts, right?
That's the idea, yeah.
Okay, I mean, yeah, obviously we're gonna go then.
Maybe, like, we need to find something to fit in that slot. Can you go into the bubble right now?
No, he's just like banging on the walls.
Right?
Yeah, the doors open, and you hear like this voice say, "Please mind the closing doors. Please mind the closing doors."
Oh, okay. All right. If we can get on, we'll go on.
All right, so your characters start to funnel in, and the doors to the contraption close, and you hear a female voice say, "We know you have a choice when choosing transportation systems, and we thank you for using the PAX sub-shuttle systems. This sub-shuttle will depart in 2 minutes."
Whoa. This is confusing.
Oh, this is just code for technology is awaits.
Are there chairs?
Mm-hmm. Yes, there are enough seats for all.
My characters will sit.
I guess I'll sit down too with my boys.
As you as Moondog, as your characters sit, you notice that some hands kind of like pop out of little pockets in the seats, and they grab this there's some kind of a cord or something that or harness or something that pulls over your body, and it clips into a little buckle on the seat.
Xbox is gonna freak out and say, "What the hell is this?" and try to get out of it.
Okay. As it's trying to, as these little wiry hands are trying to enclose you in this, why don't you give me a strength roll? Okay, he busts out, and the arms kind of go flying up.
Does he bust out to his benefit or to his detriment?
Me stand. I don't like that.
Ron, how about your characters?
I'm gonna stay seated. I'm gonna let this happen.
All right, you feel yourself get kind of snugly snapped into this thing. Robin?
Yeah, I think my characters will sit as well, as they see that no harm seems to be coming to Ron. Like, okay, Mom's characters, the ladies will sit down too.
All right, and Winston?
So Grodd, Clyde, and Falcor are kind of they're like a trio of buddies. They're all taking Grodd's lead. They're going to sit still, but Strahd, looks up to X Pocket, so he's gonna follow his suit. Be like, "I'm out of here!" and he's gonna jump out.
All right. So suddenly, kind of without notice, the thing says, "Please buckle in," and you go flying through. This whole thing like jerks forward. You're flying like 700 plus miles per hour down this tunnel. And let's have those two characters that are not buckled in. Give me. Well, there is no saving throw. You'll just take damage. As
yeah.
the two of you go flying to the back of the car. And each of you takes 1 point of damage.
Well, that's enough to put me to 0.
My first casualty.
Splat. There's a sickening splat and a mess in the back of the car.
I'm sad. This is the character I liked.
And how about Winston? Who was that?
That was Strahd that took that damage. I already put it on.
Oh, okay. Of course, it's not enough to beat Strahd.
Strahd is like weeping as he holds his best friend.
So the tube, its lights dazzle your primitive senses as you zoom forward, and you're kind of in this hypnotic display, seemingly coming forth from, and then passing into infinity. Unearthly but pleasant music begins to softly play. Fresh, cool air wafts gently across your faces, although with maybe a bit of a iron smell in the air. And the arms of the chairs are popping up these little cups filled with coffee and give you a nice hot tasty beverage. And eventually you begin to relax and enjoy the smoothness of your ride. And about 20 minutes pass, and a soft chime sounds, and you are suddenly pressed forward in your seats. The tube thing slows down until it comes to a smooth stop in an underground room that is lit only by filtered daylight streaming in through a barred doorway on the far side of the room. Another chime sounds, and the chair straps release you as the rectangular seam in the tube thing opens once again, and the same soft female voice that you heard before intones, "Thank you for choosing PAX Sub-Shuttle Systems. We look forward to..." And then you hear kind of a crackling or a fading away, almost like the power has drained from this device.
And Grodd's just gonna say, "You should have trusted the ancients. They know the right way. Come."
I like the thought of all of us sitting there enjoying a coffee with one of our friends splatted on the ground there.
Except for the one that survived. He's in the back
You
of
want
his
some
body.
coffee?
It might make you feel better.
Mm-hmm. It's a rough
Okay.
world. Alright. Alright, let's check out this room then.
So, there is basically it's kind of identical a bit to the previous chamber that you were in when you first stepped on, but there's a gated doorway that seems to lead out. That's where you're seeing the sunlight coming from.
Okay. I mean, I think we're just gonna start moseying on our way through the doorway. Nothing's gonna stop us. Nothing's gonna stop this train.
So the doorway, as you approach it, you see that it has some kind of a metal door, like a grated door that is down currently. It looks like there's some kind of panel or something that, some kind of a device, a metallic little panel just to the right of the door. And there's a number of buttons and kind of some dazzling lights on it.
Yeah. Falcor's turned to Triple H and be like, "H, you're the smart one around here. Why don't you try to open the door?"
Oh no, I'm not gonna do it. I already found out what happens when you do things. You do it. I'm the smart one here.
Kev will step in and he'll say, "Don't worry, guys, I got this." And Kev will take a stab at it. Intelligence roll?
Actually, for this, there is a. You're gonna do a artifact check,
Oh.
and that will be a D20 plus your intelligence modifier. It would be plus other things if you were higher level. A 9.
There's someone else that also has +2 for me, so I can.
I have to look
I have
up
2 smart
a
guys.
table here, quick.
How's it going, Kevron?
Kevron won, actually.
You start. You're just like pushing on this thing, and you're trying to. At some point, you pull out like a dagger to try to like see if you could like pull the panel off to help you like understand this device. And in doing so, you rip it off the wall, and like the wires come like there's sparking that kind of happens, and you realize that you just probably broke it.
Don't worry, this is what was supposed to happen, guys. William, can you give me a hand at this? And William will try to like hotwire it.
Okay, give me an intelligence check. Yeah, he's only making matters worse. Yeah. He starts like clipping wires and like crossing them. Has no idea what this does, but he's just trying to trial and error it, and doesn't seem to be helping.
So there's some like
You guys are-
tribal. Oh, go ahead.
You guys are screwing it up. Well, I will try, and Road Dog walks up.
You never trust the Rons. They always mess things up.
You just race against purebreds.
Okay, Road Dog manages to like put it back. He was kind of watching them do this, so he manages to like kind of put it back together, kind of the way it was, and puts it back into the wall. But it doesn't look like it's really. It's kind of flickering lights, so it's getting some juice or some power, but it doesn't look quite the way it was originally.
There, it's all fixed. See, it's working. It's got lights.
Good job, bro, dog. And Falcor's gonna come up and try to just start booping buttons on it.
Okay, give me basically an intelligence check.
Oh no! All right, we're done with this story.
Pushes one of the buttons and it does the thing where like the button like presses in and never like pops back out.
It's like a lock, guys. You just have to pick the lock.
Well, Hoots is gonna go up and just try to lift the door up, see if it budges at all, while those guys are all playing around with the panel.
Make me a strength check.
Oh,
Ooh.
sure.
Getting strong.
Let's get all our scores.
Hoots, you managed to like lift it up maybe about a foot or so. So,
Oh, guys,
and
guys,
this is like
look!
an incredible amount of force that you're putting on this door to get it to that point. But it's
I got
coming
it
up.
moving. Maybe if we
Strahd, you
all
go
lift-
first.
Well, maybe we want to lift it up a little higher. You know, if someone helps me.
Yeah, there's
Grodd-
for
Grodd
sure
will
not
come over
enough
now.
clearance yet. You go ahead and give a strength check.
All right, let's. I'm very strong. Rolls an 8.
Okay. It maybe helps to lift it up maybe another like couple of inches, and it takes the pressure off of Hoots a little bit, but there's maybe room for a third person there to help.
Yeah, we need another strong person.
This Grod's already doing it.
Grodd is not very strong.
Alright, William will
I got
take a shot. Oh, you got one? Okay, go ahead.
What's William? He's-
Not to metagame too much, but he's maybe one above everyone else.
There, I rolled.
All right, Billy Gunn gets there, and like the three of them hoist it up enough that the other characters will be able to easily get through.
Billy's
To the
really an
other
ass
side.
man, isn't he?
Yeah.
Slipping with that lower body.
So
WWE
now
joke if you haven't.
If you
We've
want to go
got-
through, this is the time.
So all the characters that aren't Hoots, Billy Gunn, and Grodd get through to the other side.
William will try to lift it up from the other side to help them out.
Okay, D20 strength check.
Oh.
Okay, I think with that, that's a nat 20. That's an auto success. He can lift this long enough that the other three will be able to whoosh underneath, and then he can let it go and it drops. And clangs to the ground.
Yeah. See, I told you
Nice
William was
hacking
strong.
work, guys.
So,
I am hacking again.
you get to the other side. And you make your way to outside the cavern, and you see a nearly unimaginable landscape. You are accustomed to the wild riot of mile-high rainforest that is your home, but now you are looking out on a very well-ordered garden of surpassing beauty. Lush green carpets of trimmed grass create broad walkways between rows of flowering plants and fruit trees with which you are unfamiliar. The garden extends for as far as you can see in every direction, while off in the distance to the north there lies a tower that has draped over it a tangle vine of verdant ivy, and above it you can see this big kind of dome-shaped piece of metal that seems to cover it. So it almost seems like it almost has like the look of a gigantic metal like mushroom that towers over this garden.
Maybe we can eat it.
I
Who
like
said that?
mushrooms.
Well, this thing is like hundreds of feet tall.
Is
I
that
got-
like a door down at the bottom? Like, is that the size of this thing? There looks like to be a
Yes.
little
A
gate.
gate,
okay.
maybe?
Yeah, it's-
Yeah, a gate. Mhm.
that gives you some sense of scale. Yep.
I mean, maybe 20 of us could eat it.
Or maybe we can eat the fruit from the fruit trees and see what's inside the big mushroom.
Well, I think that's a brilliant idea. Who said
I
that?
am a gatherer after all, Griselda. She's
Griselda.
her gathering skills.
Yeah, and I think Corey's going to be interested in the fruit too, being a gatherer as well.
No, we're all gatherers for crying out loud. Let's just get on with it. The ancients await.
So you all kind of move forward and progress towards the tower through this garden. And as you're moving, maybe some of you, it sounds like, are interested in these fruit trees, and maybe you stop even for a moment to like pick some of this unknown fruit and sample it or whatever you're checking it out. When suddenly this huge chunk of metal trundles across the grass in your direction. It's got like these wheels, almost like treads that the wheels are spinning upon, and this thing is like moving like a kind of like a car or a tank over in your direction. And it's 15 feet high. It's got arms that are waving at you, metallic arms, kind of like the things from the trolley car that buckled you in. But some of them, it's got multiple arms. It's got like two arms with hands that would be able to hold tools and things like that. But some of them are brandishing spinning circular saws and mechanisms that look like maybe they're used to like trim the bushes or cut the trees and things like that. It's waving them off in your direction. And it's speaking. It's got like a little red light that's spinning around on like kind of a pretty nondescript looking robot head, but you can hear from a speaker implanted in its mouth. Intruder alert! Identify.
All right, Falcor's going to shoot with his blowgun.
And
Okay.
Corey will shoot with his arrow.
All right.
Here we go. That's natural 1.
That is a
Oh,
natural
got
one.
fumble!
Roll me a d4.
Click the fumble button.
That's a 3.
A 3. Do you have a luck modifier?
I do have a luck modifier, +1.
So it will be a 2. So you move forward to shoot your blow dart, but you trip. Make a reflex save.
Oh boy. 12.
Okay, you managed to catch yourself, so no harm done. You just miss wildly.
Alright,
I'll let each of you take actions with your character. So we'll start with Winston. You got the one character shot the blowgun.
And then Groz can just say, "You idiot, Falcor! You messed it up!" And then he's going to pull out his conch trumpet and it just go like, "Ba, ba, 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 charge!" And he goes running in. Making use of my items. And he's gonna like gorilla mode, like, and just I don't know, close the distance.
So
I don't know if I'm
when,
close enough to take a strike.
not that I want to change the strategy here, but there's something I guess I should tell you about Mutant Crawl Classics. So robots and tech like this that have gone crazy can sometimes be talked to by doing basically the ideas in your tribe maybe would know this from encountering robots and things like that in the past. Is sometimes these things have been it's been so long since their programming that some of their programming has gone a little haywire, and they sometimes almost act insane. But sometimes you can do an AI check on a robot to communicate with it.
All right.
This is
Someone wanna...
easier for human-strained humans, as the robots have a hard time telling manimals and plantians and mutants from their former masters.
I have literally 0. I would have 0, but I'm gonna say that Falcor is the wise of the one in my crew, and he'll say, "Rod, don't do that. Why don't we let one of the humans talk to it?" And then all the rest of my dudes will just listen to Falcor and chill.
Okay. Sounds good.
Change my strategy.
Ron, what would you like to do?
That's a good question. Because he's not going to attack Ben, and we missed. I would say that Cav would shout and say, "We aren't trespassing. We're allowed here."
Okay. Kev, you're going to make an AI check, it sounds like. Roll a d20. What is Kev? What is he, human?
He's a human, yeah.
Okay, he gets a +2. Does he have an intelligence modifier?
He does, +2.
Okay, so he's going to get a +4 to this roll.
Oh, he needed it.
What did he get?
Yeah,
4. So 8 total.
You got an 8? Let's see.
Don't worry, Kevron is good with robots.
Kevron is fine. Oh, wait. Is it worth burning your luck? What is it? 7 go negative?
Yes.
I don't think going up to 10 is enough. Alright, I'm just gonna stick here. What was the thought? This game would be much more aggressive to metagame with my luck.
What did you get?
I had an 8 total.
Okay, 8 total. It just keeps saying, "Intruder alert!"
Alright, then I will try with William. who is also a human and +2 intelligence, and say, "No, I'm telling you, we're not intruders." And
Okay, so he will get a +4.
so it'll be at 22.
Okay, so the thing is like is rolling in your direction. It's got this hacksaw. It's like ready to start making mincemeat of the party, and then your character comes forward and says, "We're not intruders," and it says, "Okay, why are you here?"
The ones have sent us to reclaim what is rightfully theirs.
Who sent you?
Oh, your masters. We may have different names for them. We're a little bit younger than you. What do you call them?
The spinning saw kind of like slows down a little bit, and it like kind of like lowers its items, and it's like the master hasn't had guests in calculating. What do you do?
It's been a few years. Yeah, you want us to help with the math? I mean, we might be able to help. We're pretty smart around here. But trust me, we're coming to see your master, and he's definitely expecting us. Or she or they. We don't want to. They may change their mind on where they're at,
2083 years.
Yeah.
Then it's like it's saws are buzzing again, and it says, "Please name who invited you."
Okay, so as this character is speaking with the robot, my ladies are going to try to sneak into the trees and just get out of there.
Okay.
Garrod's got his sack. He's kind of slowly getting it ready.
How big is this thing in comparison to like the
It's 15 feet
humanoids?
tall.
15 feet tall.
Yep.
Oh no!
All right.
No.
Run. Anything from your characters that have not acted yet?
So I've tried with my two smart ones. So the dumb ones, Corey and Dave, they're gonna Dave is gonna take a look to see if he could see any kind of vulnerabilities or like off buttons for him, which might be a perception check.
He can make a personality check.
Is that PER?
Yeah.
Okay. Nope.
No, this thing looks impenetrable and scary as all hell.
Well, Corey, being the smart man that he is, he's gonna shoot his bow at him.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Oh, that did not want to go. Nope.
Arrow goes flying at it, ding, and just like shoots off of its metallic body.
And that's it.
All right. Robin, what you said you wanted your characters to climb up a tree?
Well, to sneak into like the tree line, like to maybe just get out of sight.
Oh, okay.
And if possible, like circle around to the back. Like, so while the robot's engaged with these guys, is there a way we can kind of sneak out of sight and maybe get a different vantage point?
Sure. Have them make agility checks.
Awesome. All right. So we'll start with Bella. And she got an 8. And let's see. Goldie will have a 7, even with her +2, because that's really, really sad. Oh no. Griselda has a 0 to her roll. And
Hey!
all right, she got 18.
So Hoots is just like goes the exact opposite way of those other characters who
Yeah.
are not not so well hidden, and probably the worst off is Griselda. So we'll remember Griselda is just struggling. Like she gets like caught up in a bush, and she's like, "Ah, help!" All right, Moondog, you got 3 characters. Some of them have been taking some shots at this robot. Some have attempted to bluff their way past it. What would you like to do? Some are running away, hiding.
Look, the women are running.
Not
I
really.
knew it.
We're just trying to hide and get a different vantage point. We're not running.
I will charge with Billy Gunn and attack with my spear.
All right.
And Road Dog will help with his bone club, and Triple H will stay back because I don't want all my characters to die in the first round.
What could go wrong?
Got
Wait a minute,
attack
what's
rolls?
going on? Yeah, I'm sorry. Here is the spear.
Wow, the spear hits. Makes a little pock hole in the side of the chassis of the robot. Roll some damage. Okay, Bone Club just dong! Kind of a hollow drum sound in the middle of it. That's 7 points of damage. All right.
Nice.
Look at me.
All right. So you feel your spear goes through the side of it, kind of gets caught in maybe some gears or something. You pull it back, and the thing is wielding these buzz saws, and they're coming down upon Billy Gunn and Road Dog.
Oh no.
The first one will be against Road Dog. It is a 19 on the die roll.
Road Dog's dead. He's got 1 hit point.
He was. I gotta roll it for the effect, and it deals 27 points of damage as it just blood sprays all over the foliage of the trees,
Oh.
and the other one
Oh my.
at Billy Gunn. Fortunately, it is a nat 1.
Ooh,
So-
fumble.
Billy Gunn's going. Triple H is going to run now.
Okay.
He's following the women.
Yep. Let's see what happens on this fumble here.
Come on, kill himself.
Trip.
It just the buzzsaw goes. It's kind of doing the same thing, and Billy Gunn saw maybe just a split second before it came down on him. Maybe Road Dog is like taller or something, and Billy Gunn jumps out of the way, and the thing seems to be in unison. It just drops its saw blades down, and the one in the hand that was coming down on Billy Gunn just continues straight down and starts to cut into the earth, and then it jolts itself up. So it just misses, but you can see it kind of spinning around. It kind of like spins around on a platform where it's got its rollers, and so it's looking around, trying to find the next target. But Winston, what would your characters like to do?
So this thing is, you said, 15 feet tall.
Yes.
Does it appear to have like an eyeball or a sensor or something that's using?
It's got kind of this like cylindrical or almost like oval-like metallic head. There's like a little slit maybe in it that you think
Is
maybe.
it at the top?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, like across its where eyes would be if it was actually a fleshy human.
Gotcha. So there's like no way we could reach out to try to like jam something or something like that.
Not unless you
All right.
wanted to get a clamber up on it and try to climb up there.
Okay, could I have a character throw another character up to like give them some help?
Ooh. Like
If you
gorilla
have
character?
another character that wants to roll on up there and be right next to this thing, I'll roll the DC.
Alright, I'm gonna interpret those. I'm getting a psychic gut feeling that I should run. So, Grodd, Falcor, Strahd, and Clyde are just book it. They're just gonna run as hard as they can.
Okay. Ron?
I am also going to run, I suppose.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow suit with everyone else. Do you need me to roll anything?
No.
Oh, me now?
Yep.
So I guess my ladies had already tried to like get away and hide in the trees. Hoots was kind of wanting to, like, while it was distracted, look to see if from another angle any vulnerabilities were noted. But mainly just staying out of sight if at all possible.
You could make an intelligence check. Or a personality check, I guess, is what I had.
Oh, okay. Let's... Oh, there it goes. Oh, gosh.
Nothing that you see.
Nope. All right, then she's gonna just try to stay away and hopefully reconvene with the others after everybody gets away.
All right, and Moondog.
Triple H is going to continue to run. And I think I'm going to continue to attack with my other one.
Okay.
So Billy Gunn is going to strike with the spear again. And miss.
Burn all your luck.
You can burn all your luck if you want. Down to 3, right?
No, I think I'll keep my luck for now.
If you die, you can't do anything with it. Just throwing it out there.
Okay, fine.
Morbid.
Buzzsaws, two are coming in at Billy Gunn. 14 will hit.
Anything is going to hit.
20 points of damage.
20?
More gore and
Well.
blood everywhere.
Yep, there goes my third character.
That luck burning wasn't such a bad idea, was it?
Holy shit.
Can't take it with you.
All right.
Oh no.
Winston, what would you like to do?
So how far away from the gate was this robot? Because like my idea was like to run for the gate. Does it look like does he come out through the gate and
He's in the garden, and so I think this picture that I have up of the thing is a little misleading. But we're gonna say you see that like kind of inner garden courtyard. He's like in there.
Yeah. Oh, he's in there. So we're already like in that intersanctum area, right?
Yeah, and
Oh no.
I know that this picture shows that there's like a clear gate that goes, almost looks like it's like along a wall.
Yeah.
You don't see that.
Okay, cool. So we're booking it towards
the tower. Am I frozen?
I can hear
No,
you.
I hear you fine.
You're good.
Oh, was I frozen?
Yeah,
Oh,
for a
yeah.
little bit.
You're running towards the tower.
Yeah.
Got it.
I was
Okay.
just saying that it's the name of the module, so I'm hoping that we can actually get into it.
Yeah. So your characters are going to run forward, and at some point you kind of stop. Like one of your characters gets smacked in the face with something, and you're reaching out, and you can feel like an invisible like wall or something, and you're kind of feeling around, and it seems like you can't move past whatever this invisible force that's impeding your travel forward.
Okay.
Ron, what would you like to do?
Well, let's say that this is a big circular thing. How far away from the tower is this invisible force? That it seems like they can't get past.
Maybe a mile.
A mile, so pretty far.
Very far, yeah. Maybe not
Okay.
quite that far. Maybe half a mile or something. But yeah, like a big span of distance.
Okay. I'm going to say that Corey will shoot an arrow I'm assuming that the guy will be in range with an arrow. I don't know. I didn't read what that.
That's going to depend. I think you got like something that's like basically analogous to a short bow, probably, right?
Short bow, yeah.
Is that what it says? Okay.
Yeah.
Short bow. The range on it would be 50 feet.
So probably not if I ran away.
Just depends on how far. If you're comfortable being 50 feet near it.
I am not.
Okay.
I was thinking it was like 60, 70 feet long or away, probably by this point. I'm guessing we were all pretty close, and then our two teams ran away, and then his stayed. So, I will say that they will also run, but they will run a little bit down the way to like just stop short of that to see if they can put their arm against it and see if there's an opening at all.
You're pushing on the invisible force.
Yeah, but down a way to kind of see if there's anything that it dies out or if it's only on one side of the building.
It seems like it continues. You're maybe 30 feet from Winston's group, and you're encountering the same phenomenon.
All right.
Robin.
So in the garden where we are right now, are there any trees?
Yes.
I think my ladies would like to try to see if they can climb some of these trees to see if maybe if they climb up higher, if the force field continues up at a higher
Okay.
level too.
Make so you identify like a tree, and you kind of based on what Winston's characters are doing, what Ron's characters are doing, like you kind of get a sense that one of these trees is maybe near the force field. Give me a strength check to try to climb up the tree.
All right, we'll start with Hoots here, and got an 11 with her. Okay.
Hoots climbs up the tree.
Zelda got a 6. 15 for Goldie, and 13 for Bella.
Everybody except Griselda gets up in that tree.
Does she have advantage for being like a bear? I mean, come on.
She must be some kind of ground prowling bear. She's no Pooh Bear.
She's a little bit heavy set actually.
Oh, too many nuts and berries.
Yeah, the panda bear.
No.
And
Okay.
Moondog, you got a guy left.
I do, and he's going to find someplace to hide and put as many of our party members between me and that machine.
So
It's wise.
you'll run forward and get to this invisible force as well. What you'll realize is this thing, it's on these treads. It's very easy. It would be very easy for you to run away from it as it starts to move forward. It moves. It's got a movement speed of 20. So as long as you're not a plantient, does anybody have a plantient?
I think Triple H
Hang on.
was.
Yeah, I think he is too. Hang on.
Oh,
Well, luckily he ran away while the thing was murdering Billy Gunn. So he's 20. He's going to be able to keep pace with the thing. As long as he keeps running, he'll be fine.
Planchant Buckeye.
So this thing is chasing Triple H currently. All right, Winston, what would you like to do?
So, I would like to take my crew and keep running away from the creature.
Okay.
And see if I can find a way around the portal. Like, see if it's like a square shape around it, or if it's just like flat all the way to the walls.
Have give me a luck check.
All right. 15.
Okay, let's see. You rolled a 14. What is the luck score on that character?
It's a +1.
But I mean, what's the total ability
15.
score? It's a 15? Okay, so you rolled just under. You, as you're moving down, Falcor kind of trips a little bit. As you look down, you see that there's like this metal grate at your feet, kind of hidden a little bit by some tall grass. But there's just a circular metal disc, basically.
Well, Falcor's gonna start prying it up.
Okay, give me a Falcor. Give me a strength check.
All right, and he's gonna be while he's doing it, he's like, Grodd, Clyde, Strahd, come on over, help me open this.
All right, have all 4 of them make a strength check.
All right, so we got an 11. Or what was that? Oh, did that not go through? Okay.
Didn't go through.
Rats.
Yet.
Okay. Yeah. And then,
Oh, way better.
All right.
and
Good
then-
start.
Yeah, and then Strahd.
Oh,
There we go. Good
All
Strahd.
right. Teamwork makes the dream work. They all work together and they lift up that grate. And there's some kind of a small, pretty tight tunnel, but it seems to go down into darkness.
Well, Falcor's gonna hop right in, and Grodd's gonna say, "Fellow manimals and other creatures, come with me!" And he's gonna jump in as well, and then they'll all go in as fast
So-
as possible.
They will easily jump down, and you'll realize that there's actually a little metal ladder there, and it will bring you down into a tunnel network underneath the garden.
Ooh.
Let's see, Ron, what would your characters like to do?
So they're about 30 feet away, and they're all humanoid. Would they have enough range to get to the where they just lifted up?
You're going to be a little bit behind Winston's character, so you can basically run up and get near enough to the
I'll. So, in comparison to us, where's Triple H? Like, how far away?
He's a bit behind you.
Okay.
Probably, I don't know,
To try to
20
help
20
slow
feet
up,
behind
I
you.
guess. So he's 20 feet behind us, and the guy's 20 feet behind him, the bad guy.
Yes.
Okay. 10 feet up, so 50 feet total. The Corey will pull up and shoot his bow to try to slow up the monster attacking Triple H because he doesn't want to see him die. And it doesn't do
Ding.
anything. And he will continue to run to the hole.
All right. Robin.
Okay, well, I think Griselda gives up on trying to climb the tree, and she'll take off towards Grodd and Falcor and all the successful people. And the other 3 are still in the tree. Would they, like, they're trying to see if they could get over the force field in some way.
Okay, so your character's like on a branch, and you're looking out towards the tower. They're feeling around. They don't feel anything off the branch.
Okay. Let's see. We'll have, Boots. You know, she's part owl, whatever. She'll go as close to the edge as she can of the branch, and then try to like drop down to see if she can maybe drop down on the other side.
Get him.
Okay. Make a... Roll a d20.
Okay.
So it'll be essentially a luck check.
All right.
Okay. This is
Got
a good
4.
thing. That's what you
Okay.
wanted. You wanted a low roll because you wanted to roll under your luck. So she
okay.
drops down off of the tree, and you're not sure because you can't see this wall, but she dropped off of the tree and landed on her feet.
Ta-da! Very graceful. Yeah.
How about the other characters?
Well, I think they'll go for it too because they see, hey, she made it look so easy. So Bella will try it next. Do you want me to roll luck for her too?
Yep. So a
Okay.
D20.
She's not so lucky.
She
Her
drops.
luck is at 9, and she rolled a 10.
So she drops, and anybody that's still up there sees her like hit something, and she's like kind of invisibly like suspended from the air,
Oh
and
no.
she takes 3 points of damage.
Darn, she had 3 points.
Oh
So
man,
she's out.
yeah. There's like, it seems like she's just like stuck there, and you see like this wound open up in the middle of her like chest, and there's like blood that's just kind of like dripping down like slowly along an invisible barrier.
Oh, that's great. Well, guys, Goldie's like, I know where the force field is. You can kind of see. But she's not feeling very lucky, so she's just gonna climb back down the tree and follow Griselda. 'Cause
All
that
right.
was scary.
Let's just have her do either a strength or an agility check.
Okay. We'll go with agility. And she got a 20.
So she lands on her feet, no problem, and she hustles over to the open hatch.
Okay.
And Triple H.
Why is it chasing me? Strahd, protect me.
They're all downstairs already. My character's the ones
I'm
up yet.
heading that way then.
You're heading over to the
Wherever-
hatch as well.
Oh yeah.
So, all of the remaining characters will be able to get down. Well, no, this is going to be tough. It's
Yeah.
one narrow little hatch.
Well, you can't get there because my character just couldn't get there, right? His was behind mine.
Well, there's like I think there's like a queue that's starting to form here. So, which character amongst those that are up top has the lowest luck score?
I have to open up all mine. I'm sorry. I don't know off the top of my...
All right, who is still up top?
All
it'd
my
be-
characters.
Let's see. Triple H has a luck score of 16, so it's definitely not him.
Wow.
William.
William. How much does is it Griselda that's down there?
I
Well-
thought Triple H
Griselda-
was longer away,
Griselda
though.
and then Goldie came back down the tree, so they should both of them should be up there. And Goldie only has an 8 luck.
William is a 9, so...
Well, Ron, you have 4 living characters, so I'm coming after you.
Not anymore.
So basically, well, anything's possible. So as
You did
people are
miss once.
as people are filing down the chute, it turns out to be William, who is the character that is left remaining at the top as the thing narrows in on your position. And so he's going to make 2 attack rolls. And that first one is a 15 to hit.
And it hits badly.
So 21
Being
points
effing
of damage and a blood
I actually
storm
had
kind of like
24.
pours down the chute on the people that are safely down in, and there's no way that this thing could clamber on down this utility chute. So
Who's on the ladder yet? They should have to do a agility check, right?
Con check
Slippery.
for the blood.
Alright, I'm gonna put William down to 0. Would his equipment fall down with him, with the rest of him? Whatever's left.
have
would it get
him
soaked up
roll me a
too?
d20.
Roll you a d20.
Yep. Sure, one such thing will fall down. Let's take a look. It will be
Roll d8. 1
No,
through
I-
2, 1,
I
2,
got
1,
it.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 7, 8. Oh, it's 10. So 1 d10.
He's gonna pick the worst thing. Just let it happen.
Roll a d10.
the water skin falls down upon you.
Okay, perfect. We won't go thirsty. Alright, so William's at 0. How do I remove him from my up top?
Right click, then release.
Release. F. William. Mr. Burr is dead.
All right, so you will you find yourself down in this utility area underneath the garden. You see all sorts of pipes and tubing and things like that, things that attach up to sprinklers and things like that up top. But eventually you will find your way through to the other side of the invisible force field, where there'll be another hatch that leads up. And so you'll be able to navigate forward to the center of what must be miles of surrounding parkland. And you get yourself to the base of the sky tower, which is overgrown. Tall weeds are in a 100-foot radius about the tower. And both the dome-shaped god building hanging in the sky and the 20-foot wide metal stalk supporting it are wrapped in blankets of vines and ivy growths. Small insects swarm among the weeds. As you approach the boundary between the parkland and the weeds, you're struck by the enormity of this thing.
It's massive, guys. How do we get in?
Yeah, something really good inside, right? It'll be worth it all the sacrifice, all the gory death, if we can just get in there.
I agree. Garage just starts beating on the wall. Maybe there's a button here.
It actually feels pretty solid. It doesn't. You don't get the sense this is a hollow tube or whatever.
Oh.
And you don't see any panels or buttons or anything like that, like you saw back at the subway tunnel.
Do you see anything above us, like that would indicate there's like platforms? Like if we climbed up overgrownness?
You look up, and the tower rises up and then becomes completely flush with the underside of this dome. What you see, though, on the underside of the dome, there do seem to be loops of, like, iron all about on the underside. Which a daring person could use as, like, monkey bars to climb over. And
maybe a monkey would have advantage on this?
Rod and Clyde just start beating their chests.
I would,
hold on,
my rope to them.
Hold on, I'm still giving you a description. On the northern side of the dome, you do see what seems to be some kind of a platform off of the dome-shaped thing. So it would be tough, but one could climb the vines, get up to the underside, and climb over onto the platform that rests on the side of the dome.
How high
How
up
far
is
up
the
is-
platform?
The tower rises about 100 feet off the ground, I believe.
Anyone got any rope?
I have 50 foot, Corey says, and then I think that's it.
Well, let's check. No rope.
Oh, Kev has 50 foot of rope as well.
Oh, you got all the intelligence and rope, apparently.
Well, I mean, not too intelligent. William Burr just got murdered, so he was my other intelligent boy. So we'll throw the rope to whoever wants to try to make the climb.
Not me.
Let's see.
I feel like a monkey has to have advantage on these rolls, right?
Rod
Sorry.
says,
Ape.
yeah, I take offense to that. I'm no monkey. I'm a manimal. Clyde, you're also a manimal. You've got very long arms. Why don't you give the climb a try? And Clyde just like, okay. And he'll take the rope and he'll scamper up the vines.
with the rope like in his mouth.
All 100 foot of it.
He's gonna try to make. He's trying to make his way to the platform.
Okay. I'm sorry. What are you doing with the rope?
So Clyde is gonna climb to the platform with the 2 50-foot ropes tied together, like knotted, and he's gonna try to go to the platform and then lower it down to help people climb up.
I gotcha. Okay. So he's gonna climb the vines and do the crawl over.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Give me a strength check to climb up the vines.
Oh, no. Oh,
Does a
no.
1 do it?
Wait, how lucky are you, Clyde?
I mean, okay. Yeah, I mean, I know that fails, so I'll go ahead and burn 9 points of luck.
All right. 9 points
That
will
puts me
do it.
down. That puts me down to 1.
So you climb up, and you slip for like a second, and actually, as you fall, you're about to fall, but your foot gets caught in a piece of vine, and you're just hanging there precariously, and you manage to salvage it and pull yourself up, and you get to the underside then of the dome, and now you're at the point where you can see these rings that you'd have to climb past.
Alright, Clyde just gives like a big dopey thumbs up to everybody at the bottom. And Grodd's like, "You idiot! Keep climbing!" And he's gonna try to climb the rings. Monkey bars style.
Okay. You can do either, I'll give strength or agility.
I'll do agility. I will bear my last point of luck. For 5.
Okay. You manage to get over to the platform. And you climb on top of the thing. Get another map to pull up. Oh, this is so good.
Yeah, and he's gonna give another thumbs up when he makes it.
Yeah.
So nice to make Alex happy.
Yeah. Who is this? Which?
This is Clyde.
Clyde. Okay, I gotta find Clyde. So Clyde, and of course I didn't scale this, but Clyde, you get on top of right here, and you look down, you give your thumbs up, you've reached this point, and as you, this platform has got kind of a slightly ribbed surface, and there is a metal projection at the midpoint of it. There seems to be some kind of a rail on the outermost facing. And you can see just off of this kind of ribbed surface that you're standing on. It's kind of rubbery. To the south there, you can see that there's this I don't know. It almost looks like maybe a well, like somebody had built like a well or something. There's just like this cylindrical opening there, and as you're kind of looking at it, you can see like a tube or something that comes off of that. But you don't have time really to inspect that because suddenly this tread starts to move, and I was gonna say make a luck check, but you're at 0 luck. So you just fall backwards as this treadmill throws you and hurls you off of the platform.
Oh man, if I just had 3 luck points, oh well. Yeah, so Clyde goes in.
And he comes falling down to the ground with the rope.
Straw, try to catch him.
Strahd does not try to catch him.
No.
Strahd backs up. All I gotta do, if I could just only take 1 hit point. I've got
Lucky
2.
roll. Lucky roll. Lucky roll. Actually, he's got no luck. That's a bad idea. Don't do a
It's
lucky
gonna be
roll.
It's like 10d8. I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, I can roll it for you, but he's still splat. He's dead.
All right. Goodbye, Clyde.
F Clyde in chat.
Oh, and Grodd gets real sentimental and actually lets down his guard. Is like, "Oh, you dumb idiot! You had to fall." Oh. He starts crying.
Yeah, G. Shuford, we are playing the funnel from the MCC book. We're playing Assault on the Sky High Tower. And you can see on the overlay here how many characters they got left. They all started with 4.
And we're not very far in.
Those
We
of you
did
that are
find
on
the
the...
tower.
Those of you that are down below, you can see the tread like kind of slows down pretty quickly.
Well, we would have seen that happen, though.
Yeah, you can see it.
Okay.
I assume you're all kind of watching. You have got nothing better to do down there. You heard a female voice say, "Auto to curb activated. Setting: a run with your pet through the park."
Oh my god! I just got what's happening.
It's the Jetsons.
It took me a few seconds.
It is the Jetsons. Everything about this module is Jetsons themed.
Oh God,
That
I
was
just got that
Rosie.
too.
Oh. Okay, well, fascinating. So Grodd just like picks up the bloody rope and is like, Strahd, you want to try? And Strahd's like, no, not me. I'm not doing it. And he swats it away.
Maybe we should look for another way in. Griselda's like foraging through, the weeds and looking to see if there might be another hatch somewhere.
Can we make a full loop around the thing without it being like an entire day?
Yeah, around the base of the tower, it's only, what did I say, 20 feet in circumference? So,
Can we make a loop around the tower and paying close inspection to everything, seeing if there's any kind of signs of anything? Like,
yes,
maybe each person makes a check.
Yep. You can make checks, but I'm not calling for checks. You don't find anything.
Okay. Okay.
That's
Worth a shot.
Yeah.
All right, Falcor's gonna think real hard. He's gonna sit down and ponder, and just ponder and see if his gut tells him if this is the only way or if there's another way. He's gonna think real hard and listen to his inner voice.
You look around, you see the expansive lawn. You see that murder bot on the other side of... You can see it. You can see it's over by that wall where the character is suspended. You see a little kind of bendy arm go up there and remove her, and then this
Her name
hose
is
device.
Bella.
Bella.
She
Yeah.
has a name.
She has a name, and she's gonna be fertilizer for a rose garden or something. Because the thing, this hose pops over. It's spraying and trying to clear off the smear. A little squeegee comes out.
Falcor's like, maybe we should try again.
So the well thing that the orangutan saw, we can't see that from where we are.
Yeah, you can't see it from your
Okay.
perspective.
All right. Yeah, then I
I'll
guess.
try it. I'll do it.
I
But
don't
I
know
need
if
a
that's
I need a
good idea.
pad. It says
need
something
a-
about pads, so I need a pad.
Oh yeah,
Need a
the voice
pet?
did say something about pets.
Oh, a pet. Well, there is a.
Something
Who
about
has a
walking
psychic
up-
rat?
What kind of pad?
I have a telepath rat. Do you want to take the telepath rat with you?
Yeah, that'll work.
Kind of a pet.
It'll work. I just need a
Okay.
pad.
All right, so Goldie will hand HHH the telepath rat.
All right. So you, Triple H, you're gonna start climbing up the vines. Give me a strength check.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm gonna drop 5 points of luck into that and make it a 14.
I'll be somewhat kind to let you know that you probably don't need to do that.
Okay.
The difficulty checks are typically pretty low.
Forgiving?
10 is usually a high DC.
Oh wow, really?
Mm,
That would have been nice to know.
nah, you had 4.
Well, I mean, I burned it. Well, it's fine.
So that is enough to climb on up to the underside of the dome. Now you need to make it could be either an agility or a strength check to monkey climb the rings on the underside of the dome over to the platform.
All right.
I'm not gonna spend any luck on that one.
Okay. You make your way over that ribbed platform that is currently stationary. So then you clamber on top of that, and you can see, this it almost looks like a well or something that is on the platform off of the device that you are on. And you hear from that metal projection on the platform starts to make noises, and again it says auto to curb activated, setting a run with your pet through the park.
Get ready, rat. I'm gonna start running.
Okay, you start running. Triple H is the plantient.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Even better.
He's running, and it's the treadmill is moving, and Triple H is not keeping up.
Come on, rat.
Use the rope!
Triple H is gonna try to jump to the area that's not moving.
Okay, let's make this an agility check.
Oh no! Triple H's gonna put 5 points into it.
All right, 5 points of luck to make it a 10.
Yeah.
You get onto the platform,
Yay!
and you see the thing
Guys,
kind of
I'm on the
starts.
platform.
It starts to power down, and now that you're off.
The rat saved me. I know that's why it worked. I'm gonna tie the rope somewhere.
All right, you tie the rope off, maybe on the well thing itself, and drop down the rope.
Yep.
And the rest of the party, you can all get up there.
Excellent.
Nice job, Triple H.
Not a problem. Here's your rat.
Oh, thank you.
Just keep it around because I might need it again.
Comes in handy. You know, it can sneak in places and tell you things.
Frickin' Jetsons, I tell ya.
So, what would you like to do?
Straw's gonna come on over to the well, just poke his head in there and see what's going on.
Oh no.
Well, as you look down, it seems like there's some kind of tube or something like that like drops down maybe 10 feet and then 90-degree angle towards the structure. Looks like a person
Okay.
could fit down there.
Grod's gonna push him in.
Who's going in?
Grod pushed Strahd into the tube.
Alright. Grod, why don't you roll me... I'll roll it.
That was not what I thought was going to happen. I thought it was going to be just automatic, just like, shoop, into the room.
I need a notebook quick.
Ooh.
One
is
second,
fun.
loading.
A notebook. This sounds complex.
I'm excited about this one.
Why he's doing that is you guys got the map up, right?
Yeah.
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 And it gets in your way, and it's hard because you got to move this over here and that over there.
I usually make it smaller.
The thing that you can do is on the map, click that arrow down that's up in the right corner, and see what it does.
Yeah. Oh, it like minimizes it?
No, it puts it behind everything.
Oh, hold on.
No,
I
it
have
doesn't
wrong.
do that for me.
All right, which character was that,
I see
Winston?
what you're saying.
I see it now. Wait.
Cool.
No. So Grodd pushed Strahd into the hole. Strahd went into the hole.
Strahd went into the hole. Got it. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Anyone else? So you all see him get pushed into the tube, and he like gets sucked into the tube and disappears. Gets pulled suction like through the tube.
That's probably where the pet excrement goes out, says
Strahd would
Kev.
be like, Strahd, well, what are you doing? Oh, he fell. We all saw it.
Yeah.
And then, that's it. Alex, do I need to release Strahd?
No,
Okay,
I
good.
was just waiting to see if anyone else does
My,
anything.
my ladies step away from Grodd. They keep their distance.
I look around. Is there any other way to get in that I can see?
No.
Give me the rat.
Well, okay.
Please?
Goldie will give him the rat.
I'm gonna jump into the tube with the rat. It's my lucky rat.
So we can't get anywhere else, though?
Wait, Triple H is jumping in.
Oh yeah.
All right.
The
Oh
rat?
great. The second one dies, right?
You see Triple H disappear.
So there's no other way into the mushroom that we can see.
You're looking for a door.
Yeah, like for a door or anything. It
don't
looks like a button to get in.
Nope.
Is Goldie able to get any messages from her telepath rat? That's with Triple H.
Maybe is she
Okay,
waiting to?
inventory.
She's waiting to
Oh,
get a
yeah.
message back. Okay.
He's
All right.
waiting for the rat to tell her if they're okay.
All right. So we will. Strahd, you end up. Scroll down to the bottom corner of the map. And I'm going to reveal that.
Zoom out.
Of the Sky High Tower one?
Yes.
There you go. Okay, so C12?
So, Strahd, you get sucked into this room here.
Oh, I see it.
Let's see. With a rush of forced air, you are conducted via the whoosh tube to a huge circular chamber over 60 feet wide with a domed 30-foot ceiling. There are 4 large 20-foot wide doors, which are located in each cardinal direction. You see an old mustached man patiently working on a large, rounded artifact near the center of the room. By his clothes and casual manner, you quickly determine that he is surely one of the lost ancient ones. His tools lay casually strewn about at his feet. In the very center of the room is a pulsating column-like artifact. to which the oblong artifact is attached by strange red and green vines. The column rises from floor to ceiling and produces a low subsonic hum that you can feel in your bones.
Strahd's gonna fall to his knees and like with his arms out, be like, "Oh, ancient one, we've come for your wisdom."
What is Strahd in terms of genotype?
He is a mutant with fame.
Okay. You can see it. This thing is like staring at you. You're gonna have to make an AI recognition check. So you're a mutant. You don't get any negative or no bonus. This is just gonna be intelligence roll basically.
Cool. How 20?
And the thing looks at you. Ah, ancient one. Ain't nobody ever called me that. My name is Henry.
Oh,
You must be one of the master's pets got loose. Well, you're not allowed in here there. You're gonna have to go back. Go out, boy.
Yes, can you tell me where the master is gone?
Well, I presume
I have
Mr.
a message for him.
Well, Mr. G, I'm sure, is busy in his office.
I need to tell him the other pets have got loose. It's chaos.
Oh, well, you be sure to keep it on out of here. I got a lot of work to do, a lot of delicate things I'm working on, so...
Okay, that sounds great. Can you point me to the master?
Well, just jump on into that tube and get back to the main chamber.
Strahd's gonna look anxiously at the tube. Like, is there like just like a walking way? Like I could walk along a platform? Maybe ride in one of those bubble car things?
Look, Pooch, I know that you're scared of whooshing tubes, but you gotta get on out of here. This is no place for pets like yourself. Oh, you just want a little pet. He comes over and he kind of rustles your hair a little bit.
Alex, I have to make a decision here, but it's based on the environment. Do I see any technology in the environment? Like any artifacts that would suffice for my clan's test?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
There's all sorts of little tools and things like that lying about.
All right, I'm going to chuck him into the hole.
Oh!
The guy?
Yeah, the guy.
You reach out and your arms go through him. And you make this motion and he goes, "Well, that wasn't a very smart thing to do there, dog."
I'm like, I was trying to give you a hug.
Bad dog.
You see the little specter man pulls out this thing. You know, he's got kind of static distortion a little bit, but his little image pulls out this little thing and he's like boop boop boop. And does a 10 hit?
It hits me exactly.
Oh.
There's kind of a deafening sonic boom sound throughout the area here, and you end up taking 6 points of damage.
That is death.
Oh.
That is Strahd. He's gone. All right.
Is Triple H down there yet?
We'll move on to Triple H.
Let's see, that's how you vanquished Strahd.
The sonic boom.
Sonic boom.
Triple H, you end up in... let's see. This room that is labeled C6. This is a smaller room. You get whooshed into here through the whoosh tube. And it is this room is dominated by a large artifact next to the window bay. The artifact is shaped like a table with a padded chair built into it. It is encrusted with tiny rocks and gems, more than you can count, though all seem dark and silent. This room is remarkably clean and fresh-smelling. There's a cup of steaming liquid sitting on the strange table chair, and an attractive flowering plant that sits in a pot next to it.
Hey, baby.
Ooh.
So I look around. Is there a way out?
You do see that there seems to be a door.
How big is this artifact thing you said? Can I carry it?
It's like a chair.
Well, I'll go over to the door.
All right, you move over to the door, and it is big iron portal, and there's a little panel very similar to the one that you saw back in the subway tunnel, with like kind of a little green light and a couple of buttons.
I go over and sit in a chair, waiting for the straps to come down.
You go over and you sit down in the chair. There's this receptacle with the steaming liquid, and then you also notice that there's like this thin, maybe like 1.5 by 3-inch, very thin. You're not sure what kind of material exactly it is, but it's got a bunch of like writing on the front of it, and you look at the back side of it. It's like all multicolored, but there's like a strip of black on the back side of it, and some more writing.
I'm gonna look at the writing. Can I read it?
Some of it seems like a series of numbers. There's like 16 numerical digits there, and then like on the back side, it looks like there's like some like writing, like with some ink that you can't really discern or make sense of.
Can you talk, Rat? Can you talk to your person on the outside?
So on the outside,
Yeah.
you get a message from your rat saying, we're in a room, and he's sitting in a chair. And he's looking at some kind of a weird little flat piece of material.
And it's safe to go down the tubes.
Okay, so Goldie gets this message and tells the rest of the group that, hey, it sounds like my rat, who I really should have a name for since we were like bonded friends and everything. Ratty is saying it's safe to go in there, and that there might be an artifact. So she'll just jump right into the tube.
All right.
She'll lead the way.
Who is this?
This is Goldie.
Goldie.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Goldie.
Was Goldie the name of the robot in Jetsons?
Rosie, right?
Rosie, yeah.
Goldie, you end up right in the same area where the rat is, and Triple H.
Well, how about that?
All right, I'll have all 4 of my guys jump in, or all 3 guys jump in. Say I lost one at the same, or one after another. Nothing's stronger than a bond between a person and or a thing and their rat. So,
Okay, give me the first character that's jumping in.
It will be Kev.
Kev. All right, next character.
Corey. And then Dave.
And Dave. Okay. And Winston.
Yep, Grodd and Falcor, they're gonna go slipping in. Falcor first.
All right. Falcor. All right. Who's next?
And then Grodd.
Interesting. Okay, so we will start with Triple H and Goldie.
Do you want me to send my other two characters through to
Oh.
it this time with it? Because I had Goldie jump in, but I've got
Sure.
Griselda and Hoots out there.
Would
They'll
they-
follow too.
They will follow? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do Hoots. Jumps in. And Hoots ends up in this room also.
Okay.
And who was the last character? Was Griselda?
Griselda, yeah.
Okay. So, we've got Hoots, Griselda, and Triple H in this room. Triple H is sitting in this chair, not so far away from this kind of large flowering plant that is in the corner. And there's a steaming hot cup of something sitting on the desk. And then also this card that Triple H is looking at.
Oh, you found something. What is that?
Hey, can I buy your rat?
We're like telepathically bonded. Ratty's been part of my life for years. I just don't think I'm willing to break up that connection.
Okay, well, keep me in mind. I don't know what I found here. You can look at it.
Okay. So Goldie will take a look at it too.
Okay.
And you said it had symbols on it or
Yeah.
Numbers.
numbers? Okay.
And both Triple H and Goldie, you're going to make an artifact check for me. Which, just roll a d20 and add your intelligence modifier. Or do an intelligence check, that works too.
Boy. Okay.
Hi, doggy.
Ooh.
Nice.
So Triple H, almost like immediately as you're about to pass it on, like you realize that this thing like could fit into a slot in that panel next to the door. Like it's like
I
the
think
perfect shape.
I think that might go into the slot over by the door. It's the right shape for it, but you do it. And I hand her the thing.
Oh, okay. So Goldie will take the card and walk over to the door and stick it in the slot.
The door shoots open.
Hey, you're right. Look at that. You're so smart. Do we see anything outside the door?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You'll see that there's kind of like a ringed platform, And all along it are going to be other doors that also have panels and things like that that you could open. So we're going to step away from your group for a second. And that was this group here.
We're all in different rooms, aren't we? Great.
I got all the babes though.
It was
They're into plants these days, so.
Who
Alright,
wouldn't be?
we are going to Strahd's dead. We're going to move on to Kev. Kev,
Stroud.
Dave, and Falcor. Find them. Oh, I'm sorry, friends. I am so sorry for what's about to happen to you.
Oh no.
Looks
So-
good.
Yeah. So the three of you end up through the whoosh tube. You pop into a room that is marked by trash and squalor. And there's a rank stench in this room. Sitting around the room on various oddly shaped chairs and lounges are a group of black, 3-foot-tall cockroaches, whom you have obviously interrupted as they are eating voraciously. They're just piling in off of these metallic discs some kind of filth that they're like scrounging up and packing into their mouths, their insect-like mouths. And as soon as you three whoosh up into the room, they grab crude spear-like weapons that were right next to them, and they take up a fighting stance. So...
Who all's in the room? Is it Falcor and...
Dave
it
and
is
Kev.
Corey, Kev, Dave, and Falcor.
To arms, my friends! How many are there? You said 4?
Did I say how many?
No,
You
you
said
didn't
3.
say how many. You said 3? I don't.
They're 3 feet tall, he said.
Oh.
3 feet tall, that's what I heard.
That's, yeah. No.
Because
So
I'm
what?
being so mean, I'm gonna say there are 3 here.
Ooh.
And they all look like Asarak.
Oh, God!
No.
Oh, we're dead! We're so dead!
It's an illusion.
They
You
appear taller
wish.
than they are.
Let's everybody roll a d20, or Ron and Winston roll a d20.
Okay.
Sorry, I rolled a 19.
Oh no, we're dead.
Kev, there's a big
Happens,
cockroach man right in front of you, and he tries to hit you with a spear. He rolls a 12.
And that's good enough, I think.
I think so.
Yep.
Plus 2,
Get a
so
hit.
14.
Yep, definitely enough.
2 points of damage.
He's out of here.
Oh.
No more
Oh.
Kev.
It was gone. If we'd rolled better for our initiative, or they'd rolled worse, I guess, is probably the way it should look.
Alright, the next one steps up to Big Dave,
Big Dave Batista.
and that's a miss. This other one steps up and rolls a 10.
10 gets there.
10 gets
Oh.
there. Okay.
Mm.
2 points of damage.
Dead.
Dead. Aww. Okay. Falcor, it is your turn.
Falcor's going in the tube.
Back in the tube he goes.
Smart.
Smart guy.
Let's see. Where does he go?
Comes right back up.
God, that'd be hilarious. Like, you go back in, you instantly come back in.
Okay, so that's that. Corey and Griselda. Where do you show up? Oh, Corey and Corey and Griselda, you end up over here. In
Oh, I
C7.
did get one of the babes. Corey says,
What does he say?
I do get one of the babes with me.
Oh. I don't know. She's part brown bear. If you go for that,
Well, I mean,
kind of hairy.
he's purebred. It's kind of taboo in the purebred community. He's into it.
Okay.
So you pop through the whooshing tube and enter a room that, even through the culture shock of being in this land of the ancient ones, you could tell that this is a sleeping chamber. For there appears to be a bed in one corner of the room, which is unoccupied. Among the oddly shaped furniture here, you notice that there are two large shapes that almost are like tree trunks to the southern end of that room.
Oh, I think we should check out the tree trunks. I've had so much
Check out
success.
the bed.
She's going towards the tree trunks.
So you go over to these things, and they're, now you're kind of looking at them. They are cylindrical, like tubes, and there's almost like a crystal, like facing, like a door or something, that is get some kind of like a mist or condensation that has built up on the opposite side. It's all foggy.
Okay.
Corey will go join in.
Is there any way to, open them, like the bubbles in the vehicle that we can see?
Yeah, there is like a panel to the side that has buttons and contraptions that you don't quite understand.
Can we do an artifact check on this?
You
Would it be considered an artifact if we brought it back?
It would be if you could haul it. It's very large.
It says tree trunk size.
You can make an artifact check. Either or both.
And that's an intelligence?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
I
think it's a tree trunk. I rolled a 2.
I rolled a 13.
13. Well, let's take a look. You think that there is probably a way to make this work, but you think that it probably needs to interact with something else. There seems to be like a little slot or something on the side of it.
Is there anything else in this room that can be picked up or
You
interacted
start
with?
searching around the room, and at some point, over on the there's like a little table next to the bed. You pick up this kind of little cylindrical looking device. It's got a couple of buttons and an antenna or a thin piece of wire, and it seems like there's some kind of cord or something that's coming off the back end of it that seems to match up with something that you saw on that device.
Well, Corey will take the one for the team and try to plug it in.
So you go over there and you plug it in and you push a button and there's some interaction that happens. You see this this door kind of pop open and kind of slowly start to open, and there's like a mist coming out of the pod, and then suddenly an arm comes reaching out and grabs you by the throat, potentially. Attack roll. I rolled a 10.
I think it's a 9. No, it's a 10 on the dot, so it depends on the tie.
13. So it's going to be 4 points of damage.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 4 for him. Yep.
Oh no.
Who is that? That's
I'm
Ron?
outie.
Or that's
I'm outie.
Corey?
Corey's out, and I'm out.
You're out of characters?
I got wiped.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I
those
feel bad now for you.
those roaches got
Maybe
'em.
You want to play? You
maybe
can
we
play the
should
rat.
we should have checked out the bed. You know, that might have been a safer route.
So,
Can I ask what would happen if we checked out the bed?
You'll never know.
Griselda, what do
Darn.
you do in this moment? You see him
Okay.
get this claw reaches out and guts him, and he drops the artifact on the ground.
I'll pick up the artifact and step back, reach and then just step back.
Okay. And you see,
and
and you watch as this humanoid figure that is glowing green, this radiation green is glowing off of it. It looks like it has some maybe vaguely feminine features to it, but no hair. It's completely bald, and it's kind of like the ghouls from Fallout. It's one of those, and it's dragging his body almost into the pod.
Oh gosh. All right, but if I stay back, does it seem to notice me at all, or
Not
anything
yet.
like that?
It seems like it's just ripping him apart.
Okay, I'll grab the artifact, and then do they look like doors to me? Like the one by the bed, I'm looking more at that one.
Yeah, there are 2 doors, and
Okay.
you see similar little panels to the right.
Yeah, I want to move away from that thing, and then maybe see if does the thing I'm holding now interact at all with the panels by the door? She's just desperately okay, maybe
Yeah.
if I do this, maybe if I do that.
Make
Just
an
try
artifact check, so it'll be an intelligence
Okay.
space check. Okay,
19.
you watched him plug that into that door, so maybe this will work. And you plug it in, the iron door zips up, gives you access to the hallway,
Okay. Bye, Corey. Sorry.
and you
I'm
step
out of
out,
there.
and then it closes behind you.
Okay.
So Griselda meets up with Hoots and Goldie and Triple H out here. And
Now I
let's
got all the
see.
girls.
Who else do I have? Grodd.
Yeah.
Okay, Grodd, where do you end up? Grodd ends up... Ooh, this is interesting. Right down here. And Grodd pops up through the whoosh tube, and well, your senses are assaulted immediately by the miasmic stench of unwashed corpulence, sweat, and humid decay. This large room is dominated at the far end by a ring of rectangular images that seem to float in the air as they slowly rotate, each depicting different but great battles between titanous beings beyond your imagining. In the center of the circling effervescent images is a gargantuan mound of naked, pulsing flesh, festooned with myriad wires, tubes, and mechanical implants, many of which seem to lead to what you guess must be a goggled, hidden face amongst the throbbing folds of yellow-pink fat and pimpled skin.
I think I found Elroy.
You have found Elrond.
Elrond, that's right. Elrond.
Let's see.
That's another Ron. So Grodd's going to. I know what Grodd would really do. He would just jump straight back in, but I'm gonna go talk to him for the sake of fun.
So he says, you kind of hear this this voice call out to you, kind of like throughout the room. It says, "Who dares disturb the great games of Elrond?" And this seems to be coming from the mass in a kind of high-pitched voice. "Play or be banned!" It intones. And you see this, like, metal... there's, like, a hose with, like, a little metal, like, skull cap that kind of comes down. It's got a visor.
So Grodd's gonna pull out his conch trumpet again. And he's just gonna start going like, doot, 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 and just start, like, hopping back and forth on from one foot to the other. And hope that entertains him and pleases him. Does this please you, Master? Ancient One.
Elrond is not pleased by fanfare and music. I am pleased by only the game. Play the game. Come on, you noob! I will pwn
grab
you!
one of the screens. And just start, like, touching on it.
Okay, you start, like, bashing on buttons, and you can see this wire thing is, like, following you around, and, like, it's, like, trying to, like, get the helmet on your head. You can make a reflex save if you want to try to dodge it.
I'm actually gonna allow it to go in my head. I'm gonna just let it happen. Be like, oh,
okay.
You mean this? And just.
Okay, and then you feel yourself transported to another world, one of dark, foreboding background colors punctuated by glowing lights. Your clothing and equipment are now rendered in fluorescent whites with glowing blue accents and striping. Ahead of you, 30 feet distant, is a 7-foot-tall man wearing a suit of technological armor. Without pause, he howls at you in a booming voice. "Game on, noob!" And your opponent is clearly transformed into an idealized version of himself with massive muscles, and he's nothing like the blob that you saw in the room. And he comes lumbering towards you in this mechanized suit of armor and weaponry. What would you like to do?
Grodd's gonna meet him on the field of battle. He's gonna say, yes, Ancient One, you also are noob," and then just run at him. And I don't know what I've got, but I feel like it's like was Rust like the survival game? You like show up naked at the beginning. Well, you run up with like a club.
You've got some kind of like avatar of whatever weapon you had when you were back in the room. It's now nowhere near as impressive as the massive loots that this guy has, but. He's like GLHF.
I'll say A, B, C, F. And I don't know what's gonna happen.
You can make an attack roll.
Okay. All right. Here we go. 6.
He just completely sidesteps, and he's just like raffle, and then he brings his this huge, like, looks like a sword, but it's made entirely of light, down upon your avatar. And he gets a 16 to hit, and
That hit.
it deals
It's
21
undead.
points of damage, and, like, suddenly, like, you appear back in the room, He's just like GTFO noob, and like you feel yourself like kind of like this thing like surges all this energy through your body, and then you drop dead on the floor.
Oh no. Alright. I was truly hoping Gra to be the one to make it. Okay.
All right. So
I always thought Elroy seemed like such a nice boy. You know, very well mannered.
He's gone through
What
puberty.
happened? Yeah,
Yeah.
puberty.
let's see. We'll come back to Falcor was in a room and jumped through a tube. So let's go back to the rest of the group has reconvened here out in the hallway.
Oh, hi guys. So my ladies all greet each other and Triple H. So yeah. You don't want to go in that room, Griselda says. It's bad. Just don't go in there.
Is Ron still here?
I am.
Okay. Ron, you gain control of two characters that pop out of this room down here, C8. Let's see.
Also, I just redeemed a critical hit for Triple H.
Oh, rock on!
Hopefully,
All right,
a sledgehammer.
Triple H has a critical hit that you can use at some point here for on an attack roll. You can use it on.
I
an
really
attack
hope
roll.
it's a sledgehammer.
Ron, there are two characters there in the character selection, sub 1 and sub 2. You can take control of those if you would like.
Okay. Ooh. Sub one. I'm into this.
And they are part of a different clan, also of the similar rituals as the clan of Cog. They're out looking for artifacts as well.
Ooh.
So
Yeah,
you
I'm
all
guessing-
arrive here in the central hub here.
Hello,
Can we see them?
strangers.
Yep, you get all gathered together.
Oh, enemy tribe, kill them!
No, wait. This is a tricky place. We probably need to help each other if we want to survive. There's enough artifacts for
We seek out artifacts, but we do not seek out others' lives unless we have to.
See, they're not hostile.
We just wish to get back home safe to our tribe and our families.
Okay, so do you know anything about any of these areas?
I came out of 8, you said?
Yes.
And what would I have known from 8?
You found a. You just found it. You haven't had a chance to play with it really, but it is a very small little device, and it when you push a button, there's like a lid that pops off of it, and inside is this disc that seems like it plants itself inside the thing, and attached to it is a cord, and the cord seems to have this like almost like headband kind of thing.
Oh no. It looks like it could be some kind of weapon, perchance, that you put around your head and you swing it around, but I'm not positive, as this is a bit above our technology range.
Wouldn't that be an artifact?
That is what our people call it.
I like how this tribe has an accent that, the other tribe doesn't really. Like, the foreign tribe has this accent.
They're from the other side of the jungle.
That's right.
We're from down under.
Oh.
But
Wow.
yes, that's what we call it. And do you guys have any intelligent artificers that might be able to come assess what this is so we could use it in our favor?
Sure, but I think you should go in that room.
No,
Which room?
don't send them in that room. Don't go in that room. Griselda's like adamant. She's like, don't go in there. It already took one of ours. We don't need to see anybody else die.
Oh, the plant man cannot be trusted. You lady folk are good though.
Well, I mean, sometimes. Griselda's gonna come down to this room over here. And that's past because she saw there were 2 doors, right? So I mean, it would make sense to go another door down. Okay, we don't know what's in this room. We need to find artifacts to bring back to our people. Maybe there's something in this room worth taking. So she has a device. Yeah, she has the device from the other room. She's gonna see if it might work to open this door.
It does, and she's already succeeded on the check.
Okay.
So it opens, and inside, you can see that this is a windowless room that brightens as soon as the door is open from like a globe that's set into the ceiling. Inside, there are shelves that are filled with metal parts, including 3 metal heads that look similar to that device that you saw out in the garden. And there are also like spare arms with varying attachments, like a maybe one that looks like a vacuum cleaner kind of thing, and another that has like a, instead of a whirring blade, like a brush of some kind. Different attachments and parts and things like that. And the heads seem to like, the little visor, that little slit, like kind of glows a little bit, and the heads kind of like hop around a little bit, and they say, "Ah, it's about time. It was my turn to be main head 5,732 years ago." And then the heads start to argue, "Nah, it is my turn. I was next in the order to be attached to the main body." And they just start to squabble and argue and bicker at each other.
Griselda will... Are they, like, so big that she can't pick them up, or could she pick one up?
The heads?
Yeah.
They could be, they could be picked up. They'd be kind of large and unwieldy, but definitely you could cradle it.
She has a large leather sack. Would it be able to fit in her large leather sack?
Sure. It'd be a tight fit, but you can, like, scoop it up, and it's like, oh, no, please don't put me in there.
Oh, yeah, she's gonna take one of those. That sounds like a really... It talks and everything. So she's gonna stick one of the heads into the sack.
That's cool. I got a sack too, but it's not leather. It just says large sack.
Do you want a head?
I want a head, yeah. I need a talking head.
Sub 2 will take a head as well, as he's probably the one without the magical item.
You toss another one, and it's like, please let me out of here. I am afraid of the dark.
We are taking you to the body.
Oh,
Don't worry about it.
good. I wish to be reunited with the mainframe.
As long as you promise us safe passage.
What am I going to do on my head?
You will help us get into the spaces we need.
Okay. Affirmative.
Awesome. Now we just need to find a way out of here.
Let's move back to Falcor.
He's by himself, right?
He is by himself.
Yeah.
Right over here, he pops up into this room,
no.
and you see this like old man with a big mustache. He's like mopping the floor as you show up, and he says, "What is Falcor?"
Falcor is a mutant with
just like,
claw hands.
Well, good grief! What the hell is going on up there? Listen, buddy, I just had cleaning up after a friend of yours, and are you lost, little fella?
Oh, Falcor's very lost.
Which friend did you clean up after?
Oh, I don't know. He describes what Strahd looked like.
Oh, and is my friend around that I can talk to him?
Well, no, I jettisoned him through the tube here. And...
I see. I just start climbing into the tube.
He goes through the tube.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, and he ends up. Okay, he ends up in this room.
Oh,
And
no.
you see this thing, this glowing green, lithe-looking creature, like ripping apart one of your friends. You're not sure.
Corey.
It's such a gory mess that you're not sure.
I'm gonna run for the door. Is the door open?
It is not.
I'm just gonna start pounding on the door. Be like,
So-
help, Falcor!
The rest of you hear this pounding on the door as this thing looks up. It's just like feeding its mouth. It's blood running down its mouth. And it starts lurking over towards you. The rest of you hear a banging on the iron door.
Oh boy.
Don't let out the
Griselda's
monsters! They've been trying to get after us this whole time.
But maybe it's Corey. Maybe he somehow survived. I can't. I have to let it out. Get ready. Get ready. Just in case. So
It's the monsters! They're attacking
she'll-
us!
she'll grab her dagger in one hand and the little artifact in the other to just like be ready in case it's the glowy thing, and then try to open the door.
Okay, the door opens. Let's
Let's roll initiative.
roll initiative. Yes.
Oh no.
And this thing looks like Azod.
Horrifying.
Okay. It looks like multiple people have beaten me. So Winston, let's have your character go first.
Alright, I'm gonna jump
I-
through the door.
I didn't roll any initiative. I'm sorry. I will. I didn't know if you
Okay.
were going to do it for us.
Okay.
You have multiple characters, right? Do you have one that's better than the rest?
Oh, I just rolled for all of them. I didn't
Okay.
know.
I'll just take that first one.
Okay. I had a low
Alright.
one.
Falcor's gonna jump through the door and just start like, close the door, and start like motioning as the door needs to be closed.
Okay. Ron, your characters can take an action or take their turn.
Because they don't know them very well, they're gonna run away. Because they've heard and experienced probably something of what's been behind the doors, and they don't want to fuck with it. So
All right. The scary, terrifying thing is right on the other side of the door, and is going to take a swing at Griselda. Actually.
Okay.
oh no!
Hey, I give you a critical foul, man.
Okay, I'm gonna redeem it. I'm gonna use the critical hit, and let's see what terrible thing happens.
What was your
Yay,
natural roll?
critical thing.
What's that?
What'd you actually roll?
14.
Yeah, good move.
But let's see something fun happen on the crit. They did lay out this book a little bit differently than the DCC one, so I'm like looking for like the crit hits like. In this...
I have the GM thing. If you want me to grab,
No,
I think
got
he
it.
has the tables laid out nicely. So
For MCC?
yeah,
Oh, interesting.
I got the GM things for DCC and MCC when I got them.
It's cool.
So if I ever wanted to play,
So
Nice.
it reaches out and grabs at Griselda in the face and grabs like right through her in the eye region, and like you can see the long pointy fingertips go through the skull and like drag her in, and she drops the artifact on the ground.
Okay. Ah! Okay.
And then it is Robin, your character's turn.
That is like
So
a critical
Griselda's-
fail. It's like a critical hit.
Oh,
She was at least able to drop the artifact.
oh, that's what he redeemed. You can't do critical fails on me.
Sorry, I was trying to.
Either
like,
way,
roll with-
I think the character dies. Does it have more hit points than? And you also
No,
can't
that's okay.
redeem stuff on your
Yeah.
in the game that you're playing in.
I thought you
I
were
had
just being
died
nice.
when I redeemed mine for Triple H, by the way, so
What's that?
I thought I was out of the game when I redeemed my critical hit for Triple H.
Oh, that's fine. Nice try though.
I thought you were
Rob,
winding us up for like this critical fail, and I was like, okay, goes through our eyes, like okay.
I heard him say
Let's go.
critical hits you can buy for the GM, but and I was like, yeah, I'll use it on this one because it was already going to be a hit.
Like I literally, until her body got dragged in, I thought you were critical fail. Somehow, like,
Yeah, I
what's
was a
going
little
on?
confused too, because I was. But okay, so she dropped her stuff and is no more, because she only had 4. So.
Yeah.
So then, let's see. I will release her. And then, well, so the thing is on the floor, and there's Falcor right by the door. Yeah, my girls are gonna run. It's like Falcor's right there. He can pick up the device and close the door faster than they could. I don't have anything. I have a sling. Hoots has
got-
a sling.
I got 15 points of luck. I'm gonna close this door one way or the other.
Oh my gosh. But I don't know if I have any ammunition sling. Nope. Alright, so she's gonna run towards the as far as she can. And yeah, Goldie doesn't have any distance ranged or anything too. So they're just getting away. Sorry, Griselda.
hard, but-
Sorry, Felcor.
All right, Moondog.
Yes, sir. I go to C6 and I hit the tube. I'm getting myself out of here.
Okay, we'll come back to that.
C8 or C4.
Make my battleship.
We will come back to that. Okay,
Oh no.
Winston.
Falcor's gonna pick up the artifact, put 2 and 2 together because it looked like that's what Griselda was holding when she opened the door, and just start like trying to fumble it into the slot and get the door shut.
Okay, make me an artifact check. Roll an intelligence check.
Oh no!
Unfortunately, Falcor, you don't quite know how to use this thing.
Hold on. I got luck.
Okay.
To use. Because Falcor is dead in a second. I'm gonna burn 7 points of luck.
Bring it up to a 10.
Yeah, I'm bringing it to 10.
Please let it be enough. Unless we're all dead. Unless we want to go dive in a random tube.
I don't know if any of us have anything to open the doors to get to the tube.
Well, didn't Triple H just go through the tube?
Yeah, but he had a card.
Oh, no,
Oh, you
C6
took it
is
with them.
open.
Oh, okay.
Does it stay open, Alex, or is it closed?
It has stayed open.
guess that would be an option then.
So everybody run to C6.
All right, a 10. You put the thing in the slot, and like it snaps off, like it bends. As you're trying to like keep yourself away from this creature on the other side, and you just see like some sparks fly off of the panel, and you realize that the door like shuts, but only like halfway, and like gets
All right.
jammed there.
All right, and then I'm gonna run and try to hop in the tube. I'm gonna take the half of the chip that broke off into my hand. So it's like that's my artifact.
Oh god! Oh god! That's demonic
It
laugh.
takes you inside, and the thing is like looking up at you, and you're like, Ron, your turn.
My boys, they just came out of C8. Were they able to use that thing to get out of C8 then?
You want to jump in a tube? Sure.
I'm just saying
We'll
they're
say
able
there's
to
a
come out
tube
of
in there.
C8. I was gonna say, can we get into the next room over?
There's a panel next to the door.
Can we plug the thing into that we took?
You're just
Your
like,
Discman?
yeah, you're pushing the Discman like on the panel, like please work. It doesn't
No.
work. Nope.
Alright, they'll continue to just like stay on the opposite side of the thing where they aren't able to be seen by the guy. Because I'm guessing this is a like pillar in the middle, not a hole in the middle.
It is. It's like the cylindrical tube from down below, like comes up through this passageway.
So basically, we'll come to here where we're just not able to be seen outside of the tube
Okay.
in the middle.
Okay. The thing moves over by Falcor and will make an attack roll. I rolled an 11.
I have an 11 AC.
No.
Let's just make sure. Old Mrs. G doesn't have a negative modifier. And I don't think she does. So she's going to roll some damage. Big 8. Goodbye,
Oh, that's
Falcor.
Instant death.
Oh.
F Falcor. We'll join you certainly soon in death.
I'm 0 for 2 for funnels.
Oh.
And let's see. Robin, what would your characters be doing?
All right. Gosh. So Hoots is gonna try to pick up the bag that Grizel and head towards C6. So I'm not sure how far she can get. I mean, is that about as far as she'd be able to get?
She could get to the door.
Oh, okay. So yeah, she'd like to run by and then kind of scoop up the robot head bag.
Okay.
And Goldie is gonna like take her spear and she's gonna just have this valiant effort to protect. So she's gonna run over to here and have the spear, and if that thing comes out, dab at it.
Okay.
And hoping her friends might be able to get away. She's just, like somebody's got to do something, and she'll run with her spear and just be ready to stab with it.
All right, Triple H, you end up in a room with this corpulent, huge mass of blubber and flesh and stank with all these tubes coming off of it, and you hear this voice coming from the thing, and it just says, "What? More noobs to pwn? Come on, bro! I can do this all day!" And you can see this little helmet come down. He says, "Game on, bro! Come on!"
I run to the tube and jump in.
Make an agility check. As the helmet comes soaring towards the top of your head.
I'm going to spend 11 points of luck. That's all I got.
All right.
What did you roll?
Not very good. I don't care about it. That'll give me a 17.
You jump into the tube.
C7.
And you end up right in front of the glowing mutant radioactive creature.
Ah!
Ron, what are your two characters doing?
They're gonna try to get to where the door is open. I was about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
They're gonna jump in the
6.
tube.
They're gonna jump in the tube. We'll see it. We'll see where this goes.
All right, we'll say this one ends up there. And the other one also ends up here.
You can take him.
We'll push pause on that. Robin, your two characters. Or no, wait,
right.
this thing has to. It sees
Oh.
another
No, it
victim, and it's gonna make an attack roll. Misses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Robin, your characters go.
All right. Boots is gonna jump into this tube over here.
Come on, 8. Come on, 8.
Hoots ends up with a bunch of gigantic cockroaches. And how about
Alright,
Goldie?
lovely. Goldie's gonna step behind the glowy thing and stab it with her spear,
Okay.
which is really unfortunate because she kind of, but you know. Should I roll it into the?
You could just roll it into the
Chat?
chat. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, her attack of what, 7 was that?
Advantage?
Got any luck?
Yeah, I have luck, sure. I didn't know I could use that. Oh man. I'll use 4 points of luck.
That'll hit.
Alright.
Psychic. That was coward count.
Alright.
That was awesome.
Calculated.
Well, I just was guessing. So that's 4 points of damage.
Okay, your spear goes right through her back, and she kind of hisses, and you can see she reacts to that. You pained her. Triple H, you're still alive.
Come on, Triple H, hit her, hit her.
You have a crit, Triple H.
Do I see a tube?
Yes, you just came out of one.
Okay, I'll use my crit.
All right.
Crit
Roll a D4.
table.
How do you do -1 of damage? I don't know.
You healed her. What the heck?
Oh, that's your D4.
That was for the table. Yeah.
Rolls over to the fumble table.
So you rolled a 2. You burned all your luck. Okay.
Uh-huh.
You'll inflict an additional D6 of damage. but then your weapon breaks.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh!
Yeah.
wow.
I'll do your regular damage.
Oops, that was the wrong guy. Wrong guy.
Okay, so with your hit, what is it, a club? Spear?
Dagger.
Dagger, okay. Your dagger goes right through, right into her chest, and you can see her, like, even the liquid that's pouring out of her is illuminated, and it, like, eats up your dagger and corrodes the blade, but she drops down. You're just left with the hilt of your weapon.
Yay!
Yay! Wow, you're impressive.
Those plants know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't mess with the plant.
I imagine Hoots is going to be dead as she's descended upon by these cockroach monsters. First one misses. Second one hits. And
Oh, no.
deals 1 point of damage.
So you're saying there's a chance?
I'm saying there's
Still-
a chance. She's got 4 hit
still
points.
alive.
Third one
Oh.
is a
Oh, she
miss.
Oh!
Sorry, she actually had 5 hit points. I reduced
Oh,
the
5.
back of it.
Okay.
So I'll just put that back to 5. I wasn't doing it right. Wow, really? 3 cockroaches.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
The dice
Are
don't
there
lie.
attacks of opportunity in this game?
No,
shush!
there are not.
Well, that's good to know. I'm just
Yeah.
throwing that out there.
Oh no, she's gonna take them all on, totally.
All right, Hoots.
She's gonna jump down the tube.
Yep. Let's see.
Ah.
Come on, come up by us.
You basically just don't want to end up in Elrond's room. Hoots
Yeah.
comes into C7.
Oh guys, there were these things you don't even want to know. It was bad.
So, Ron, we move to
Alright.
you. You're in this chamber. You see,
Yeah, they'll both go back in after the mustache guy's still cleaning up the body, I'm sure.
yeah, and he just looks like, what the hell is going on? It hasn't been busy like this for some 2,000 years. You go jumping in.
Let's go back in. Let's shake the dice.
Okay. One of them ends up. Back outside.
Oh man.
And the other one ends up also outside.
Well, they both have artifacts, so
They're gonna leave.
they're gonna try to get out. So, because they have no attachment to the rest of the party.
Okay. They climb back down the rope and let's see. Goldie, Hoots, and Triple H, what would you like to do?
I think we should go through the tube. What do you guys think?
Well, there's a chance you'll end up in a room that have these like cockroaches in them, and they're pretty nasty. That's a
Anybody
scary
got one of those
chance.
card thingies?
No.
I don't.
How about can we get back into C10 where the robot heads were?
You can. Did anyone ever pick up the card from C6?
Yeah, that was.
I didn't.
Wasn't that Triple
No.
H's?
Oh yeah, I had it, but I think I gave it to you. But I'll take it.
You had the one in C6, but that was the one that broke in the door.
Ah, okay. So it's
And,
broke.
and then Griselda had the one in 7, but that one's gone, right? Is that accurate or not?
I think just one of them broke.
I thought the device from C7 broke,
Oh, okay.
but I
So then
feel like somebody should still have the card from C6.
I
Then
thought it
that
was
would-
Triple H.
that was Triple H who had it.
I got it. I say we go to try doors that we haven't tried yet.
Okay. Maybe there's a way out that way that won't lead cockroaches.
Let's go to that door right there.
Okay, you go for it.
Anybody got an extra weapon I can use?
Yeah, actually, what do you like using?
Dagger?
A dagger. I have a flint dagger. Goldie has a flint dagger she can give you.
I'd love to use that.
Alright, can I just hand it to you? Like that? Does that go
I think
to
so.
you or not?
Let me look.
So you'll open up this door, and inside
Yeah, it did.
you'll open up this door, and inside you'll see a bedroom. Bed. One of those cylindrical devices that you saw in C7 is in here, as well as a big blob mound of green slime right in the middle.
no!
I don't think this is the right door, and I close it.
Okay, you close that door.
Alright, try the next one.
Okay, but I think you should try it.
Okay. Goldie will take the card from Triple H and try the next.
Has Goldie successfully used this device before?
Probably not. I don't
Okay.
think so.
Give me an
So,
artifact
let's
check.
see.
Okay, she's good.
15.
You'll be able to use it. The door opens, and as you look inside, you see a wondrous room filled with many medium and large-sized artifacts, including a 5-foot-tall chunk of metal, which immediately rolls towards you, balanced delicately on small, round feet. Looks like this.
Rosie!
It's a terrible
And,
version.
Hey.
She moves towards you, and there's a buzzing female voice with an odd accent that comes from it saying, "Oh my stars and garters! Is there no end to the number of vermin dirtying up this house? Mr. G is going to be ever so upset." It raises an arm, and you see this claw protrude from its arm. And what do we got for genomes? We have any pure strain humans?
Not with me. I'm a mutant owl person.
Okay, the
human
mutant.
died a long time ago.
Let's have the human do an AI check. Is that the person that's opening the door?
Goldie's the mutant. She has metallic skin,
Okay,
and she's the one that opened the door.
so she'll roll a d20, and you can add intelligence.
Alright, I'll just do the intelligence
Oh.
check.
Oh, nice.
She has a negative modifier, but
That's all right. There's no penalty to the mutants, so she
Okay.
says, are you visitors of Mr. G?
yes, we're visitors. We had a wonderful visit, and now it's time for us to leave. But we got kind of turned around, and we just don't know the easiest way to leave. Maybe you could help us with that.
Well, I'm sure if you make your way to the carport, you could get a ride on out of here. I'm sure that Mr. G would be fine with having. Well, maybe Elrond is around. Maybe he could give you a ride. I think he had the keys last.
Oh, and where would we be able to find these places that you've talked about?
Oh, the little master, his bedroom, and she kind of rolls out and points to 2 doors that are on the southern side of the cylinder.
Okay.
You're gonna have to pull him away from his games, though. He's so in love with his games. All the time.
Has Triple H been in that room?
I think so.
Okay.
Which room?
The C11, the one with Elrond.
Oh yeah, I jumped out real quick.
Okay, so you would know we wouldn't want to go in there. Okay. What about the car park? Did you say car park?
Yes.
Car. Yeah,
The
where would
cars.
that be?
Well, you
Where
have you take one of the tubes and that should take you right there. Do you need help?
Well, the tubes seem to take us to some random places. Is there any way to make it go where we want it to go?
You're just jumping in the tubes willy nilly. That's so dangerous. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. See, yeah, you're such a helpful. What should we be doing instead?
Here, let me help you. I'll help you get to where you needs to go. You're lost. Mr. G is being a terrible host. And
Okay.
she rolls with you over to, I don't know, one of the tubes, the one over by C6. And
Okay.
she looks kind of disappointedly at the steaming hot cup of whatever is on the desk. Oh my, Mr. G must not be feeling himself. He always loves a cup of coffee in the morning. Oh my gosh, I wonder if he's okay. I haven't seen him in such a long time. And one of her arms like winds down over by the little tube. And she plugs into it and she says, "Okay, hop on in. I'll take you to the carport."
Okay. Well, Goldie and Boots are gonna go for it. They're like, what do we have to lose?
All right. So the three of you.
Excellent.
Now there's three of you in here, and you see this mustached man who's like working on something. He's got all sorts of tools. He's got kind of a metal mask over his face, and he's got some kind of a device that's shooting out fire. And then
Oh.
you see the three of you pop in, and he says, "Oh, Jesus Christ!" And he like puts his stuff down, and he takes his helmet off. And he's like, "You are lost. How can I help you get back, little pets? Any of you pure strain humans?" No.
No.
We're just trying to find our way out.
Are you hiding behind the women? Seriously?
I am hiding behind the window.
That's lovely.
Let's have who was the best? Probably Goldie is probably the best to do the AI check. Give me an AI check, intelligence check.
Yeah, she's great at it.
11.
11.
All right. Okay. He says, "Oh, you're trying to get out of here, are you?"
Yeah, and we were told something about a carport or something like that we'd be able to just fly on out of here.
Well, sure. I've been keeping the old girl pretty well maintained here, but I don't know where the keys are.
Oh, I know where the keys are.
Can't you get it to go without the keys?
That's absurd.
Where are the keys?
The young master has them, and he's playing his game. Does that sound familiar to you, Triple H?
Yeah, I don't want to go in that room.
Who's really good at playing games of the three of us? Maybe someone could go in there and win the game. And then get the keys.
How about if we send the rat in and it can sneak in and get the keys?
That's not a bad idea. Okay, so can we ask this this hologrammy kind of guy if he can help us get to the young master's room, the tube?
Oh, sure. You want to go? He gets real ornery, though. Are you sure you want to go in there? And I'm
Well,
sure he
I
doesn't
was
keep his
thinking-
room all that clean.
I
Will
was
you
thinking
come with us?
I will send my little rat friend to visit him, and that might cheer him up. So we could just send the rat first,
Oh,
and that'll cheer
gripes,
him
like
up.
pets have pets.
Yeah, it's weird, but it's kind of cool. Just go with.
All right, all right. What do I know? So you want to head on over there?
Sure. Well, yeah, but can I send the rat first?
You just want to
My
send
little-
that little rat.
Yeah, because
The
then
rat
that'll
is
cheer him
screaming
up.
in your head, saying, "No, no!"
Oh, all right. Goldie will give Hoots the rat, and Hoots will go.
Okay. So he goes over and touches some buttons and things like that over by the pneumatic tube, and you get popped on over until Elrond's chamber.
Okay. And
And-
Hoots puts the rat down, and Goldie had given it instructions to try to find Key.
Okay. So, Hoots, you're looking at this massive, very thousands of years old boy, or whatever it is. It's mutated into something unrecognizable from a humanoid. And the little helmet comes whisking over, and he says, "Play the game!"
She'll play the game while the rats look for the keys.
So you get sucked into the game, and the rat... Let's say, why don't you have Hoots give me a personality check?
Okay.
See how well the rat cooperates. Okay. So the rat is terrified of everything in here. And runs about the room. And clambers over and finds, like, in a little nook, it, like, goes and nestles. Nobody sees this, but it, like, digs around in the fleshy pile and pulls out a little key fob, and it has to tug a little bit to get it out in this like sticky, like, I don't know, I'm almost thinking like the Gremlins goo from the Gremlins movie, the Gremlins thing, Satch. It's kind of like that. It stretches, the rat pulls it out and scurries on over to the pneumatic tube and pops in. Meanwhile, Hoots is in the game and sees like Mecha Elrond, like, whoa, whoa, just hamming it up, slash emotes. He's dancing, he does a little floss, and he's like, "Come on, come at me, give me your best shot."
Oh man. No. Okay. So let's see what her weapons are. Not very good. Okay, she has a spear, so I don't know what she has in this game, but I'm getting some really interesting advice from my teammates right now. I'm sorry. So I'm trying to concentrate, but Hoots is not that kind of girl, so she's gonna actually take her spear and try to win this game legitimately.
So she charges forward. You can make an attack roll.
Okay, with the spear. All right. Come on, roll well. She rolled a 20. All right.
Oh,
Natural 20. See,
Oh.
that's
that's the win result.
That's a hit. Roll a d4.
yeah. Don't really know how well that'll work against the fake Elrond.
2. Do you have a luck
2.
modifier?
+1.
This will inflict an additional d3 of damage.
Okay.
And he's going to fall. He's basically going to be stunned for a round.
Okay.
So you can roll your normal damage and add 3 points to that.
All right. So here's the normal damage. Would be 8 plus then 3, 11.
So you go striking at it, and he falls backwards in this like mechanized like armor thing, and he's like, "Whoa, that's That's not fair! That's not fair! And he's like rocking around on his back like a turtle. You can take another turn.
Okay. So I will try to hit him again. And do I do anything different since he's stunned, or do I just roll?
You just roll
like
a
normal?
d20, and I'll
Okay.
give you, in my head, a little bonus.
Okay, that time I only got an 11.
This time you go and you strike, and you hit like his armor. You can see it like this flash of armor kind of lights up like there's like a magic, like a virtual set of armor that you didn't hit before, and it kind of staticky energy all around his body. And he's like, ha! And then he stands up and he pulls out his lightsaber, and he little fanfare some more. And he's like, let me show you how to really play.
Oh.
And he biffs it. He's like, what is going on?
All
Then
right,
you-
Hoots is in this. She's gonna try again. She's like, okay, maybe there's a chance, you know? Maybe this is completely rigged. And she'll attack him again. Oh, okay, can I add some luck to that?
You can.
Is
And
it gonna be
I see some people in the chat are checking their EXP. Kogo, if you want to buy a crit hit, now would be the time.
Oh my gosh. Alright, let's see, I rolled 9. Can I add 6 points of luck?
You can.
Okay, I'll do that.
It hits like a force field, and he's just like gloating more. Bow before Elrond! And he is gonna take another swing. Can I roll a 2 again?
Yeah, you can definitely.
I rolled a 3. He misses.
Oh boy. Okay.
Ah! And he's just like, damn it, damn it, damn it! And he throws his thing down. He starts having a temper tantrum.
All right, and Hoots grabs her spear in hand. She's like, all right, it's do or die, Hoots. Come on, summon all your owlness. Jam this thing in there. So, gosh, come on. Oh, that's not going to hit. 15.
Well, I can see Kogo's going to figure it out, but he's trying to redeem you a critical hit. So we're gonna allow this to work. Roll me a d4.
Okay, I'll roll it for.
And you get a +1 to luck, right?
Well, not anymore.
Oh yeah, you burned down. Okay.
Yeah, now I have a -1 to luck.
Okay, so that will actually be... So this is going to break your weapon, but you'll deal an additional d6 with this strike.
Okay. So
Well,
here's...
And then you can roll a
3
d6.
+1. Oh, man! 4
So-
damage.
You hit him with your spear, and then like you see it kind of like blink out, and it like disappears, and you see a little like menu like pop up like in your upper right, and it shows like your inventory, and you see spear like get
With the-
just
Yeah.
yeah, it gets like deleted. And then he's like, ah, God, why am I? What is happening? And he tries to take another swing at you. And this time he just reaches out with like a mechanized like gauntlet. He picks you up by your skull and crush.
Oh, man. She went down fighting.
Yeah.
That was quite the
I
battle.
thought you had it.
I know, right? Started out so strong.
And Goldie and Triple H, you see a rat kind of pop up through the pneumatic tube, and it has a little key fob in its mouth.
Oh, see? I knew Ratty would come back to us. What happened with Hoots, Ratty? And I'm sure, you know, she kind of gets the gist that it didn't end well, or that, you know, at least Ratty doesn't think so. Well, I mean, I guess we should... Do either of us have an artifact at this time, Triple H?
You've got the card.
Okay.
I think you've got a head in a bag.
You've got
Yeah,
a head in
that's
the bag.
true.
And
We've been
potentially,
passing
you got a pretty
that
sweet mode of transportation if you can figure out how to make it work.
That's right. Okay.
Much
Should we
better
give
than
it
my
a go?
characters.
Should we get in this thing and see if we can fly it? Is Triple H still around?
I think Triple H would say, "Hell yeah!"
Okay, I think so too. I'm reading the body language loud here. He's just like so excited, he's speechless. So, Goldie and Triple H will get into this flying car thing, and Goldie's got the keys because why not?
Make me an artifact check.
All right, 9 plus
Burn
1
your luck. Burn your luck.
plus 1, so 10.
You burn 1 point of luck and make it a 10?
Uh-oh. I am. Yep.
Alright. You hear a screeching sound like a dying lizard weasel echo through the room as this thing... You kind of see black smokes of cloud kind of like billow out from it. And you see the mustached man kind of look... He's just like a little twinkle in his eye. And the carport door opens up and... it kind of scoots in like, and then you can see that look of like pride in his face kind of quickly turn to a frown, and then eventually like it shoots out, and like you manage to steady the vehicle, and it goes scooting off over and Ron, your characters are climbing down the road as you see this thing like go flying about and ziff off into the horizon.
Well, that was a faster way to get out of here, I guess.
So that will be the end of the MCC funnel.
Yay!
Oh man.
Some of you didn't make it. Some of you made it. And some of you made it in an entirely cooler fashion than me.
Oh.
Well, what did you think?
It was hilarious.
It was
Right.
hilarious. I really liked trying to figure out what everything was and being entirely wrong when I thought I thought it was a shower. I didn't realize it housed like a terrible like thing that would tear people apart. So I was just being such a dork, like, oh, let's check this out, and then it was death to Corey. I felt so bad.
Yeah, it was brutal. There were some good moments, but we had a lot of Klansmen.
Yeah.
I still think I don't know, Alex. I know you don't check the Discord, but you have to. I'm gonna post this in the Patreon channel. This image is definitely my favorite image. It's just an image of Ron's avatar next to one of the cockroaches. So, like, his avatar has like a shocked face, so he sees like the cockroach right next to it. Yeah,
Yes,
that
you
was
have to post that.
I may have been imitating it for a while.
that was definitely my favorite part. Was just like realizing that and then seeing you move the thing up. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, that was creative. You know, I'm kind of curious. I guess you guys did you guys do a funnel when you did the Shutter Mountains DCC?
We did. Yep. We did Sour Spring Hollow. And that was the wedding that kicked off everything. There was a wedding at their farm, and they all... The culture that they were from was very much a teetotaler custom. But, you know, at weddings, maybe people, like, kind of ignore that. And so everyone was drinking this whiskey, and the whiskey was cursed and transported them to this, like, haunted area. Anybody that drank the whiskey got sucked into the funnel, and so they had to, like, navigate their way out of that.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that one was fun, too. I think... In terms of one-shots, if you gotta do a one-shot, I would always go with a funnel, because they're just too funny.
Yeah, there's some hilarious, some good moments. Oh man.
Well, those of you that are watching, this was a special Patreon exclusive that we were doing. Anybody that supports the 20 Sides Every Story Patreon at the $15 mark or higher, we're going to try to do something like this, maybe at least once a month, something out of the ordinary, something that we don't typically play. We do a lot of D&D on the channel, but sometimes it's kind of fun to get out of our comfort zone and play some other kind of system or delve into some other genre that isn't the straight high fantasy kinds of things that we do. So, I don't know. Maybe I know a couple of people asked me about Fate. Maybe we'll do a Fate game at some point. Kogo sent me a thing today that looked kind of cool. I think he'd be able to better describe it. I haven't looked into it too deeply, but it had something to do with like an illustrative kind of aspect to it. I'm gonna have to read through it. But yeah, it'd be fun to try out some different things. I've got a book coming in the mail here at some point called Teens in Space. Robin, you play tested it,
Yeah, I
didn't you?
played that. Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm
Is that
gonna,
like Kids on Bikes?
it's kids on bikes, but it's sci-fi themed.
Ooh, that
very-
sounds fun.
Very excited. Yes, the play tests that I did of it were hilarious. Just like this, kind of, if you're going to do a one-shot, should be something that's going to be memorable and have some stories. And I've got a number of my Teens in Space play tests that ring pretty vividly in my mind. So, let's see. In terms of games this week, it's pretty light. We don't have Mad Mage tomorrow. We don't have anything on Wednesday for me. But I believe on Thursday at 7:30 we've got Ghosts of Saltmarsh running. Robin, you're in that game. Does that sound
Yeah,
right? You're planning.
That sounds right to
The
me.
plan is to
I'm
play this
planning
week.
on it. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Good. So this Thursday we'll have a Ghost of Saltmarsh with Paul at 7:30, and that's really it. So go check out some of our partner channels if you're looking for your D&D fix. Go check out Praetor's Rejects. Go check out Captain Reboot. Go check out Proficiency Bonus. In fact, why don't we take a look and see if any of our partner channels are on, so we could go give them some love, give them a raid. Oh yeah, Wizards of the Couch is doing their little talk, their panel. So let's raid them. So join the raid. Let's go show them some love, and thanks everybody. We will see you all soon.
Bye.
Sorry, I left for a second.
Oh, you're good.
Did Triple H make it through?